What's up, what's up? आज फिर से खेलेंगे ये भूतिया गेम। What's up? What's up, everybody? I wanna be safe. Oops, किसी ने देखा तो नहीं? किसी ने देखा तो नहीं? रुको यार, थोड़ी सी स्टोरी बोर्ड डाल दे। हैं? थैंक यू अर्शाद, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई। अबे स्कूटी चला रहा था तू तो, यहाँ कैसे पहुंच गया? स्कूटी ना चला रहा भाई, स्कूटी चला ले। Oops. थैंक यू भैया। आ गया, बड़ी जल्दी आ गया घर। भाई साहब क्या स्पीड है। थैंक यू, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई। रुको यार, एक जरा स्टोरी डाल दे थोड़ी सी। फिर चालू करता हूँ ये गेम। उप्स, एक चीज रह गई। एक मिनट, क्या लिखा है? हैव अ डे टू डू। वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम चिराग भाई, क्या हाल है? लव यू भाई। भाई आपसे तो परसों मिलूंगा मैं। एक भाई दिल की बरसात कर रहे हो तुम लोग इतनी ज्यादा, मेरे को दिख रहा है। क्या है? बढ़िया है भाई, जो भी है। चलो, एवरीबडी इज गुड। अब फटाफट, एक मिनट, मैं जरा एक स्टोरी पोस्ट कर दूं। थोड़ी देर ही शायद, 3 घंटा है मेरे पे समय। अरे अरे भाई, पूरी स्पैमिंग कर दी। परसेंट और कोई ओ यस, ओके। वी लाइव, ओए होए। ओए, कृष्णा का कॉल आ रहा है, वेट। हेलो, 1 मिनट बड़ी, 1 मिनट। अरे थैंक यू। हाँ, सॉरी भाई। थैंक यू कृष्णा। यस यस, मैं तो वैसे भी स्ट्रीम ही कर रहा हूँ अभी। वाह। भाई मैंने पता है अभी। थैंक यू कृष्णा। मैंने फोन पे उठाया डिस्कॉर्ड कॉल। क्योंकि मेरा भी डिस्कॉर्ड ऑन नहीं था बैकग्राउंड में, वरना उस पे उठा था। नहीं अच्छा लगता भाई। फिर से करियो। डिस्कॉर्ड खोल लेते। रुक, ओके, ऑन कर रहा हूँ मैं। रुको गाइस। ओए, ये कहाँ पे आ रही है कॉल? आ गई,
आ गई।
यस, अगेन।
वो रिकॉल करता हूँ एक मिनट।
हाँ
हेलो चीटा भैया, हैप्पी बर्थडे। आज का बर्थडे ये, आज का
थैंक यू थैंक यू
बर्थडे।
थैंक यू कृष्णा भाई थैंक यू ओ भाई शिट भाई थैंक यू आई एम सो ओवरवेल्म भाई भाई ए भाई ये डिस्कॉर्ड पे क्या हो रहा है अब मैं कर लूं आगे गेम खेल लूं
खेल लो भाई, मैंने शुभारंभ कर दिया।
ठीक है
ठीक है भाई।
लव यू बाय बाय
भाई एंजॉय योर डे, हैप्पी बर्थडे।
या ओ गॉड चिट भाई ये क्या लिखा है इसमें एक मिनट रुको आपको भी टू बी अलोन द बेस्ट फॉर योर लाइफ मैं सब कुछ नहीं कहूंगा तुम लोग लव यू सर चलो हो गया अब बर्थडे स्ट्रीम चालू करते हैं आरंभ करते हैं बहुत ही बढ़िया शुरुआत हेले आओ
Sacrificial
वेयर
lamb,
वर वी
you will receive our most sacred body. It begins now. When day breaks, you too will join our covenant to share in my holy blessing forever.
ओ बच गया somehow he is alive ना ठीक है चलो we will continue our game Conjure one
Condor 1 to Roost. Do you read me?
Condor 1? You've been radio silent for 3 hours. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Won't let it happen again.
And the church?
Still looking for whatever key I need.
Copy that. I'm glad you're okay. Roost out.
ओए ओए वो मिल जाने तो मजा आ जाता है Find a key to the church. टोपी मिल रही है टोपी बेकार टीम ओ ये कौन है कुछ किताब नथिंग ओ अल्लाह पिंक हर्ब और रेड हर्ब माय बैड यो भाई यार अपनी ना इन्वेंटरी भर रही है कुछ करना पड़ेगा इन्वेंटरी का मुझे ब्रो मैं ये कहाँ आ गया हूँ? मुझे पसंद नहीं आ रहा ये एरिया। मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं आ रहा भाई ये एरिया। ओ माय। आ जाऊँ क्या? ओह नेवर माइंड। हाँ वैसे कहाँ यूज करूंगा तो क्या होगा? अरे वेट यार, इसको नीचे करो। बस आ जाओ, बस जाने या सोने। ओए होए। चलो। आह! अरे इसको इक्विप कर लो। आह! क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? अरे मार दे तेरी भैंस की। लव यू।
Ahí está. Mierda.
तेरी ऐसे कि बुड्ढे। ओ माय गॉड ये बदलेगा।
Son of a bitch.
लव यू किंग।
What the fuck?
What was that? भयंकर पैसे। Oh my god.
What is this place?
वो कुछ है क्या? मुझे लगा कुछ है सामने।
Some kind of shrine. Same mark from the church. Is this the key?
लगाना है इनके हाथों में। अभी तो कुछ ना है भाई लगाने लायक।
It's the lake.
वो तेरी ये क्या है? Okay, we got some key now. कुछ तो मिला है, कुछ मिल गया है। क्या यहाँ पे हमारे पास कोई मैप? मुझे नहीं पसंद। पहले यहाँ चले क्या? हेलो माय बडी। Yes. Finally, bhai. Finally. I can have the whatever we call this. Hello,
I have
darling.
something welcome. I got something new for you. Oh, my back is killing. You've got a soft spot for treasure, eh? Yeah, that's the way. Come back anytime.
Oh.
Welcome.
मुझे केस बढ़ाना है अपना.
What you see is what I've got.
हाँ मुझे अपना केस बढ़ाना है मुझे अपना 20,000 का
When you
होगा.
can actually pay, mate. That's good work, if I do say so.
खत्म ही हो रखा है.
Will that be all then?
Yep, I think so. Oh,
Pleasant.
wait. I have some treasures, buddy. तो सेल कर देते हैं ना. जब हो रहा है तो सेल करो भाई.
Ruby's all rubbish. It makes no difference. The price, well, that's our choice to make. A deal well struck. Thank you.
बस
A deal well
नाइस.
struck.
अब मुझे चाहिए बड़ा केस. नाइस.
Colors and size, but size ain't everything. Am I?
क्राफ्टेबल माइंस, फ्लैश ग्रेनेड, स्कोप, टीएमपी. ट्यून अप कर लेते हैं अपनी शॉटगन. एमो कैपेसिटी, रेट ऑफ फायर.
A well-tuned weapon can make up for a lack of skill, friend. This kind of work is about finesse, stranger. Little bit goes a long way.
ओके अगर मैं इसको बेचना चाहूँ इसमें भी सर्कल ही लग रहा था आई गेस.
Come back
वेट.
any
व्हाट. ओ रिस्टोर हेल्थ. ओके. मुझे इसमें भी एक और गोल्डन लगेगा. रेड ले लेता हूँ.
time. Welcome.
ट्रेड.
What's that? How have we procured these curiosities?
ये लो
Don't.
टेल 3 वाइपर्स. अरे लेना भाई, वाइपर है मेरे पे. 1 2 3 यू गेट फ्री.
This is what I'm talking about. Fine work. Well done.
नाइस.
You've proven yourself reliable.
Yeah,
Will
I
that
know.
be all then? We like our herbs, we do. Heal a man. You can't go wrong with
बेटा
that.
दिमाग तो है मेरे में. जो भी कहो, दिमाग है. अच्छा इनमें सर्कल वाले ही लग रहे हैं. 3 का 1 डायमंड. व्हाट द.
What's that? How have we procured these
नो
curiosities?
वे ब्रो.
You don't want to know.
ओके आई एम बाइंग इट. ओके.
Oh, I knew you'd choose that one.
या ओके, पहले रेड लगाते हैं बीच में, येलो इधर, एक येलो इधर, डू बोनस, इसको
In
भेज देता
trap.
हूँ।
Welcome. Ooh, what you buying? Thank you.
लव यू, लव यू। चलो, ए इस राइफल एमो तो रख दूँ। तू क्या बेच रहा है बे राइफल एमो? नो स्पेस, आई नो।
All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you.
हैं? थैंक यू सैन भाई। यू भी नाम चेंज कर यार अपना। थैंक यू, लव यू सर,
Got a
लव यू।
come back anytime.
यस यस। तो हमें जाने का कहा है हम? पीछे भी कुछ ट्रेजर है, वो ही देख के आओगे। हाँ, इसकी ये श्राइन की कीज है। ओह, नाउ आई गेट इट कि वो इतना क्यों हो रहा था। भाई 5 ये 5 कैसे हो गया भाई? व्हाट? मैं वही सोचूं एकदम से क्या हो गया ऐसा। अब ठीक है, क्या लिखा है? आप मैं छोटू 22 ट्विन लेस्बियन हो गया है। आई एम प्राउड ऑफ यू। जी भाई, ऑफिशियल 22 इज लेस्बियन ब्रो, लेस्बियन। ओ सेव 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 सेव, यहाँ पे सेव कर लो पहले तो।
Ooh.
Oh
Break's
yeah.
over, I suppose.
यार क्या हाल है तुम्हारे? क्या कर रहे थे भाई? अपने को जाना कहाँ है? लोकेशन फॉर म्यूरल। यहीं चलते हैं।
It's locked.
आवाज आ रही है बड़ी गंदी अंदर से। अबे यार ये बुक नहीं आ रहा है। मादर मादर ए गोलियां कहाँ जा रही है? वेरी बैड एमर भाई। चलो सालो। ओह, भाई साहब पाड़ दिया भाई। ओके मुझे ये रिलोड कर लेना चाहिए अब। मुझे इसकी आरो लेने पड़ेंगे यार। बर्थडे अच्छा हैप्पी बर्थडे तो है मेरा ही तो है सॉरी। लव यू ब्रो थैंक यू चीनू भाई। थैंक यू मैक्स। वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई। क्या हाल है भाई। ओके सब बढ़िया। घूम के जाना पड़ेगा वहाँ पे तो लॉक था क्योंकि यार हाँ ठीक है भाई का बर्थडे। अरे भाई कृष्णा आया था भाई डीसी में। वो इधर आ।
Twisty son of a bitch.
अबे ये कैसे फट गया। सुपर चैट कहाँ करें। यूपीआई जिंदाबाद यार। चीटोस @PTAxis इजी। सुपर चैट अभी खुले नहीं यार 500 पे खुलेगी। 500 सब्स। यूपीआई जिंदाबाद। इसको मारता हूँ पहले तो ये बहुत मांग रहा है। रुक जा बुड्ढे रुक जा। आ रहा हूँ बेटा आ रहा हूँ ऊपर ही आ रहा हूँ। ट्रेजर वाई मेरे तो ट्रेजर मैन। कहीं सीढ़ी है कह रहा है। सीढ़ी का ये रही। मैं कहूँ सीढ़ी नहीं मिल रही मेरे कुछ ही देर से। चल सीढ़ी आज जल के तेरी है चिकन चल साले। कहाँ चक्कू 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 मर गया। ओह माय गॉड, सो टफ गैंग। ओह नेवर माइंड। ट्राइजर का छोड़ूं? ट्राइजर नहीं छोड़ूंगा भाई, कुछ भी कर लो ट्राइजर नहीं छूटना चाहिए। ना 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 ना, यहाँ हो गया, हो गया, चलो अब ऊपर चलते हैं। हाँ नाइट बॉट है वो तो। व्हाट? ओए 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 तीनों भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द 40। क्या बात है। चेक कर लिया भाई, आ गया। अभी समझ नहीं आ रहा मुझे। चेक कर लिया भाई, लव यू भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द 40। आज तो चीजी खाऊंगा, आज चीजी खाऊंगा भाई। Am I stuck here? Yep, I am stuck. I'm absolutely stuck here. मुझे कोई क्लू व्लू भी नहीं मिल रहा है यहाँ पे। वाओ, कहीं तो कुछ होगा। पैसे मिल रहे हैं भाई, क्लू ही मिल जाए। एक्सपेंडेड मैप ट्रेजर। ये कैसे आवाज आ रही है मुझे तो? ओह ओला, सिल्वर टोकन मिला है। आओ देखते हैं ऊपर क्या सीन है ट्रेजर का, कोई तो क्लू होगा। क्या क्लू है इसका? मतलब मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा इसमें। नहीं, एवरीडे चार्ट हो जाए। लव यू प्रीत भाई, थैंक यू। क्या हाल है? वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। यार नहीं समझ आ रहा मुझे अभी, यहाँ निकलना पड़ेगा अपने को। और कहाँ जाना है अपने को? अरे बाप रे बाप, यहाँ शिट भाई। चलो फिर वहीं चलते हैं, और क्या। ये तो मेरे बस का ना है अभी। वाई कैमरा क्वालिटी डाउनग्रेड? बिकॉज इट्स माई पुराना वाला फ़ोन, दैट इज़ वाई। एंड अभी लाइट नहीं जल रही है क्योंकि मैंने अंधेरा कर रखा थोड़ा सा, इसलिए लग रहा होगा, क्योंकि लाइट कम है तो वो थोड़ा ब्लरी हो जाता है। अब ठीक है क्या पहले से? ओए होए, पैसे ही पैसे। लेंगे भाई, कैमरा भी लेंगे, अभी जरूरत है नहीं क्योंकि चल रहा है बढ़िया मोबाइल से काम। क्यों लेना है फिर कैमरा? क्यों पैसे वेस्ट करें उस पर? यार बेटर। हाँ फिर ठीक है, वो थोड़ा ब्लर हो गया होगा कैमरा प्रॉब्ली। बढ़िया है बढ़िया है बढ़िया है। ओ, यहाँ पे कोई ट्रेजर है क्या? नहीं, ऊपर है ट्रेजर। वो रहा। अबे यार, ये तो कुत्ता भी कैसे एक तो है। Oh yes, let's go। हाँ बताओ, क्या हाल है तुम्हारे? यहाँ जाना है अपने को। बाय द वे, मैंने भी मंगा लिया ग्रीन सोल की चेयर। ओए होए, कितने की पड़ी? कितने की पड़ी ग्रीन सोल की चेयर तुम्हारी? चेयर का तो मेरा सीन नहीं है, मैं ऑर्गेनाइजर में मेरा काम चल जाएगा। गेमिंग चेयर क्या ही करूँगा लेके। 659 with discount from cards। ओह, वो नाइस यार। वरना है तो काफ़ी महंगी है ग्रीन सोल की चेयर। उसके अलावा सारी चेयर्स ही महंगी होती है मेरे ख्याल से। वो जी प्राइस। हाँ आई नो आई नो आई नो कि सारी चेयर्स का यही सीन है ग्रीन सोल की। ओह गन मिल गई फ्री की। लॉल, मैं कहने आया था क्या मिल गया। आई नो, मैंने देखा था। आवाज, मेरी आवाज ठीक आ रही है ना? इट्स नॉट बैड लाइक। तो कुछ है यहाँ पे। एक मिनट रुको। जरा ऑन करता हूँ थोड़ी देर में कैमरा में। हाँ फिर ठीक है, बढ़िया बढ़िया। गोल्डन चिकन।
I'll be taking this.
अबे ऐसा कुछ तो मिला नहीं, यहाँ पे गोल्डन एग मिल गया। अंकल जी आएंगे, आ गए। हाँ 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 अभी है नहीं जैसे तो लिया पहन के एवरेज इंडियन हाउस यार। पापा नमस्ते बोल रहा है मेरा दोस्त आपको। नमस्ते। कपड़े पहन लो पहले फिर स्ट्रीम पे आना है। करता हूँ थोड़ी देर में, कैमरा और में है। ओए oh another died. Okay, 3 sign. Okay, done. और कोई that कोई क्लू, और कोई क्लू है किधर? यहाँ भी ट्रेजर है मुझे लग रहा है, कहीं ऊपर है शायद, कोई साउंड आ रही है मुझे ट्रेजर की। तो एक तो क्लू मिल गया कि ये है। एक ये। ओके ओ ओके आई गेस हो गया ऑलमोस्ट मेरा क्लू कंप्लीट मेरे ख्याल से। भाई स्ट्रीम क्वालिटी गुड, स्ट्रीम क्वालिटी गुड dude with a issue playing pure 2K. Yep, yep. 2K में ही चल रहा है। मे बी आउटपुट इसका 1080p पे हो YouTube के लिए, बट मैं 2K में खेल रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैंने 2K कार्ड नहीं रखा फॉर स्ट्रीमिंग OBS के लिए। मैंने मेरा OBS पे वो है, BS आउटपुट मेरा 2K है जो कि मेरा मॉनिटर है मेरा, और दैट क्या बोलते हैं जो निकल के आ रहा है वो मेरा 1080p में ही रखा हुआ है, बट वो मुझे क्वालिटी ही अच्छी दे रहा है फिर उसमें ज़्यादा एक्चुअली, क्योंकि 2K से 1080p इट्स वेरी इजी टू डू दैट। ये सीन है। अच्छा एक्चुअली आउटपुट इज इन 1080p HD looks clear। क्या एक्चुअली आउटपुट इज इन 1080p HD it looks clear and good। हाँ वही बोल रहा हूँ मैं। मेरा बेस कैनवस 2K है, आउटपुट में मैंने अपना 1080p ही रखा हुआ है क्योंकि लैपटॉप है यार, लैपटॉप पे स्ट्रीमिंग करना ज़्यादा मेरे को लोड नहीं देना है इसको, वही सीन है ना इसलिए। एंड इट्स बेटर कि देखो 1080p इज लाइक बेयर मिनिमम फॉर यूट्यूब स्ट्रीमिंग, तो इट्स गुड फॉर मी आल्सो। सही है, थैंक्स फॉर अपडेटिंग मी भाई। मुझे लगता था कि मैं ही थोड़ा खराब। ओए उतर उतर वापस उतर, ट्रेजर है यहाँ पे। रह गया कुछ? वेयर 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 ट्रेजर इज वेयर? वो कहाँ है ये ट्रेजर? पूरा लेट्स गो भाई। ना एक और चाबी मिल गई, एक चाबी बची है मेरी। अब चलते हैं वापस ये वाले म्यूरल, क्योंकि यहीं पे अब मुझे पता है, समझ गया क्या करना है। मैंने वो मार्क्स नहीं देखे जो येलो मार्क्स थे, उन्हीं से कुछ करना था अपने को। वो एक मिनट, आई कैन गो देयर टू बिग सेटलमेंट नाउ। चलो वहीं चलते हैं। हाँ उस क्या कर रहा है तू वैसे इस पे? आज क्या सीन? घूम जा। बोट नहीं घूम रही पूरी अच्छे से। नाइस। रह गया, कोई नहीं, आके ले लेंगे। आज क्या सीन? संडे है। एनी स्ट्रीमिंग प्लान बड़ी? ओ यहाँ तो आ चुका हूँ मैं। अरे दादा यहाँ तो आ चुका हूँ। भाई मैं फुल फ्री हूँ रह कुछ खेलने तो बताना। डीएलसी साइबर करूँगा स्ट्रीम। ओह ओके 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 ओके। गॉट इट बॉस। यहाँ नीचे ट्रेजर है बोल रहा है। यार नीचे ट्रेजर तो नहीं था जितना मुझे याद है। ओह ये कैसे रह गया? हाँ तो यहीं आके तो मैं वहाँ गया था, घर में फंस गया था। शेट तो भूल ही गया मैं। एक नो ट्रैप्स। ओह बीटर बच गया। वेयर इज माय ईडब्ल्यूसी स्ट्रीमर? आज के मैचेस कौन करेगा स्ट्रीम? करूंगा, मैंने थंबनेल बनाया है, देखते हैं यार। थोड़ा बर्थडे भी तो है ना, तो रोज रोज थोड़ी कर सकता हूँ। करेंगे करेंगे, ऐसी बात नहीं है, देखते हैं। तो ये थोड़ा कम टाइम मिला है मेरे को। ओ बच गया। मर जा। धन्यवाद। मर गया। एक दिन का ऑफिशियल को स्ट्रीमर ना। भाई मुझे स्ट्रीमिंग के राइट्स बढ़िया मिले हैं, एसेट्स मिले हैं, लेकिन बात क्या है ना, मेरे को अपने हिसाब से भी देखना पड़ेगा। बात ये है, समझे? करेंगे। मैंने थंबनेल बनाया है भाई उनका, मैंने अपने बर्थडे का थंबनेल बनाया। क्यों बनाया है? कोई करना है, करूँगा करूँगा। रुक जाओ, आज का शेड्यूल है। आज ही का मैच है एक्चुअली। अब शायद बाद में, वो अभी थोड़ी है, वो लेट होगा। जी का मैच। I have got the information about that. और what the hell? स्मॉल की आधे लोग तो सैक्रिफिशियल लैम्ब बन चुके हैं भाई। यस, 1 मिनट रुको। परफेक्ट। आप दिख रहे हो स्ट्रीम पे।
हैं?
आप स्ट्रीम पे दिख रहे हो।
मेरे इसको देखने की क्या वजह है?
हेलो। कुछ नहीं,
फिर?
जो लोग मुझे दिख रहे हैं वो आपको भी दिखेंगे फिर।
कितना टाइम खराब करता है तू इस पे?
कर लेता हूँ अच्छा खासा।
के खासे को थोड़ा सा कहीं और भी
कहीं और ही कर रहा हूँ साथ साथ।
है?
हो जाएगा भाई कहीं कहीं,
कब हो जाएगा?
जब होना होगा।
जब होना होगा सब कुछ छीन के भगा दूंगा घर से किस दिन। जब होना होगा।
ए जाओ ला। हेलो अंकल। आओ भी, हेलो अंकल कह रहा है। हेलो अंकल कह रहा है कोई।
हाँ है।
हाय। बाय बाय। जाओ।
इसको बंद।
हाँ करता हूँ। हाँ
ठीक है।
ठीक है।
तो सही है बता दी।
हाँ हाँ हाँ। आज हम देखेंगे बस जी का मैच। ठीक है, रुको लेट मी चेक। पहले तुमने मुझे अब पर कंफ्यूज कर दिया। मैं उसको लगा के रख लेता हूँ एक बार बैकग्राउंड में। हेलो, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। आपका नाम पढ़ना थोड़ा मुझे इशू दे रहा है बॉस। वालेक द नन, क्या यही लिखा है आपने? AG और G2। ओके, स्ट्रीम बी ग्रुप डी। तो देखो उन्होंने अभी तक अपना उस पर लगाया भी नहीं है भाई। वाओ, वेट अ मिनट
how we
गाइस।
got here and where we're going.
पहला मैच है किसका, ये दिखाएंगे? G&AG, यस। ओके, करते हैं इसकी भी स्ट्रीम अगली चालू करूंगा। न्यू स्ट्रीम चालू करूंगा मैं, तब करेंगे। क्या ही बस यहाँ पे इतना ही एरिया है? मैं इस एरिया के लिए यहाँ पे आया? अरे यार। ओ, भाई ये कहीं पे अरे तेरी, भाई ये कूद ही जाता है आदमी कहीं से। इधर तो देख, उधर तो देखता भी नहीं है भाई। व्हाट? अबे ये कैसा कट सीन दे दिया?
Oh, you're kidding me. One down. Damn. I knew it.
ओ माय गॉड, देख ब्रेकिंग। अरे F you bro, F you। ऐसी की तैसी भाई, ये क्या बनते जा रहे हैं भाई। ये गेम भी पागल है, कोई भी कट नहीं देती है भाई कहीं भी। कहाँ है ट्रेजर यहाँ पे? आगे बता रहा है। इधर। ओ, थोड़ा ही इधर था। लॉल। लॉक ड्रॉर। आओ देखते हैं लॉक ड्रॉर पे क्या है। क्या चाबी है हमारे पास? वो चाबी है हमारे पास। गोल्ड बार। Anything else is here? Shrine. अब हमें काफी कुछ सामान वगैरह मिल रहा है तो हम ट्रेडर को बेच सकते हैं, बढ़िया पैसे मिलेंगे भाई। लेकिन मुझे सच में बहुत ससी लग रहा है, बहुत कुछ दे रहे हैं भाई अब तो, एक जेन्युइन ही। ये कैसे पड़ा है? सूरज हुआ मत, ओए अंडे खा लूं। ले तेरी। चले अब यहाँ को, पहले यहाँ चलते हैं।
That should do it.
एक बजे तो यहाँ पे होने देगी अपनी। बढ़िया। इजी पजल मास्टर ही कह दें, पजल मास्टर ही कह दे भाई। शीश। एनीथिंग? नथिंग? गुड बाय। GTA 1 ब्रो खेलूंगा यार, खेलूंगा, मैंने डाउनलोड करके रखी हुई है अपने पास, खेलूंगा आराम से। ब्रो ओए एक मिनट रुको, आंटी जी का कॉल आ रहा है। ओए होए, आंची का भी कॉल आ गया ब्रो। थोड़ी सी अंडे वंडे, नहीं 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 अंडे क्यों खाऊं। ओह बन की जगह। फिर नोड़ा मैं स्टोरेज में जाके यहाँ चलते हैं अब। यही से ना साइड का रास्ता। इधर क्या है भाई? अच्छा यहाँ तो आ चुका हूँ। मैं वो बात क्या है ना, अपने मैचेस के लिए जो AWC के मैचेस हैं, मैं उनके कुछ ही मैचेस को कवर कर रहा हूँ। सब करने से मतलब कोई कर ही पाएगा ऑब्वियसली सब कवर। भी काफ़ी मैचेस हैं, एक बार में ही काफ़ी मैचेस हैं एक्चुअली। तो वो सीन है। और अभी जी के मैच को टाइम है शायद। हाँ जी के मैच को टाइम है अभी। आओ देखते हैं अब यहाँ पे क्या सीन है। एक मिनट यार। हाँ एक मिनट दो। अच्छा एनर्जी वाला मैच है अच्छा। एक दैट गोला पेन। नहीं 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 गलत कर रहा हूँ कुछ। एक मिनट यार व्हाट। हाँ एक गोला है ठीक है। एक ऊपर नीचे और क्या है। एक है। ओह लेट्स गो भाई लेट्स गो। ई बस हो ही रहा थोड़ी देर में स्टार्ट। आई स्टार्ट माई न्यू स्ट्रीम। मैं ज़्यादा देख नहीं पाऊंगा, बात वही है यार, दिक्कत वही है। ये चीज़ चल पीछे। मर गए। इजी ग्रुप बी ब्रैकेट। ये क्या रास्ता शायद से। हाँ यस सही है।
Condor 1 to Roost. I found the key to the church.
Copy that. Now go get Baby Eagle.
Right. No time to chat.
Okay, I'm gonna
Going
end
in.
my stream after
Condor
this
1 out.
once I get into my boat कि उनके मैच चालू हो रहा है जी का। अब मैं जाता हूँ अपने उसके पास, ट्रेडर के पास। पहले तो वेयर वाज ही, द ट्रेडर? पीछे है। हेलो बड़ी भाई, उन्होंने मैप अच्छी सुनी है। सनसेट, स्प्लिट एंड एसेंट। ओ माय गॉड।
Took care of her. Nice work. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. Might want to take care of any leftover.
यार अपना
Errands before
कौन
going.
सी जगह वो चाहिए?
Welcome. Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave. Will that be? Suit yourself. Welcome. Thank you. A deal well struck. Thank you. A deal well struck.
भाई साहब मेरे पे क्या क्या है भाई?
Any
मेरे पे क्या क्या मिल रखा है मेरे को? शिट। नाइस। वाओ ब्रो।
time. Welcome. Well then, what can I do you for? Thank you. Pleasant.
थैंक यू अनुराग। वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई। बर्थडे भाई का बर्थडे जब अरे भाई आधे लोग मुझे यही दिखे हैं भाई। मेरी स्ट्रीम जब स्टार्ट हुई थी ना, आया था कृष्णा। ओ
Welcome.
भाई वो क्या मजे करके गया है वो। 1,00,000 रुपए। ओ माय
Come back
Easy.
anytime.
इजी। चाकू रखते हैं, नीट। I'm gonna start my stream भाई। अब थोड़ी देर में दूसरी स्ट्रीम चालू करूंगा, या फिर नहीं इसी में कर लूंगा यार एक्चुअली। उनका मतलब बस स्टार्ट ही हो रहा है। गन पाउडर, फेशियल्स।
Welcome. Welcome.
पार्टी
What can I interest you in?
पार्टी देखो, लगता है मैं पार्टी वाला इंसान हूँ। लो की पार्टी करते हैं हम।
I'll buy almost anything.
पार्टी भाई, मेरी तो पार्टी ही हो रही
You're a
है।
real professional. A job well done deserves. Don't get yourself killed now.
आई गॉट इतने सारे नेट पड़े भाई मेरे पे। व्हाट द हेल? ए वापस स्टोर। नाइस। ओके चलो आओ अपन अपनी चालू करते हैं। हैं स्ट्रीम चालू करता हूँ, एक मिनट रुको।
Got a selection of good things on sale.
रॉकेट लॉन्चर, फ्लैश, बोल्ट का नहीं मिला
Cash in your
मुझे।
pocket or your life.
चलो ये पे सेव कर रहा हूँ मैं। अब चालू कर रहा हूँ, मेरी EWC चालू हो रही है भाई। मैच चालू हो रहा है इसके। आओ I'm saving this game here. Starting my EWC Paris. इनका मैच चालू हो गया जी का, वो देखते हैं बैठ के थोड़ा. यस आओ.
Out against.
Because these players are contact playing
Yeah, that
towards this
started.
B main, but there's a trap set up here from Global Esports. Ready with a curveball, gets the flash down. He gets that on 4 players, but the Cypher Cage is phenomenal. Crystal getting that pick onto Fangir, but Shrimp getting that initial one.
Yeah, gorgeous cage from Pi. Really
Sorry.
avoids
My bad.
what would have been a disaster for all gamers in this pistol. Slowing things down towards B main. The other side of things, Harvey a little bit concerned that there is going to be some pressure towards A. Looking to play retake with the trip still up on short. And of course, with the dark cover towards top middle, all gamers trying to cause a little bit of reaction or a rotation for Global.
Feels like these teams at a standstill. GE gonna try to regress, get some sort of information, at least get a numbers advantage, but they choose not to go. Udo there, he's lit. But the rest of his team, they're kind of playing all the way back. That smoke is going to come in. The execute's going to start. Udo with a pick onto GRQ. And all of a sudden, the numbers are down here.
Nice.
Kira just getting spammed down by Crystal. The fast flood is already here for Global Esports. Pushing his that
Nice,
smoke. But Udo
Bro, return with the neon bhai, kitna
gets that pick and Shrimp left.
Are
in 1v4.
easy.
Not much to do.
Never-
At least one
Jinx
exit
kar
on
diya
the
gaya.
way out. 30 HP
Oh.
and nothing left in the ghost here. Reload comes out, but he's pinned into the corner by all of GE. And with only
Timing,
12
yeah.
seconds on the clock, it feels like a matter of time
Easy.
here. Harvey will put him down. And it's
Easy
a great pistol
first
for Global
round.
Esports. I felt like they had a good read early on that they didn't take full advantage of. And then in the mid-round,
Easy
I
first
think
round.
there's a
Ek minute, yeah.
big difference in, I guess, decision trees or pathways that we're going to head down. If Yudatan chooses to push B main there, that's probably just the round over, but his patience is very much rewarded.
Yeah, I love that Cypher Cage right there. So nice to prevent. But Udo just getting away with so many of these free picks, walking through those smokes, trying to prevent and slow down the execute. We're going to go back to another trap play here from Global Esports, but this time they're gambling that wrong site. That's information going to be had really quick, while the whole rest of the roster of AG are on the side of B.
Orb tapped, trying to bait out some kind of trap. They just had to deal with one in
Let
one
me
round
change
previous. Kira built himself closer to a showstopper here. Crystal looking for some toes. No one crossing mid just yet.
Looking for some dogs.
Yeah, that's a good camp.
Running towards
You
that
know, many
ace
Cypher
on-
players are toe enthusiasts.
No, I'm not going on this train.
Okay.
GE, they have a nice little setup here towards A main. That Marshall going to be able to spot any contact here. Fangir running right into it. Actually whiffs the shot. Udo tries to get another one. Peeks through those double walls. Patman stuck on this corner. GRQ has a feeling, but Autumn is there to support him. Patman with a pick onto Shrimp. And all of a sudden, it looks like all gamers are not getting any of these picks that they're trying to. Pushing forward the
my
confidence from Udo.
Nice.
That's a little bit more like it for Global Esports. Despite some shaky stuff on the Marshall, still able to clean up all gamers relatively easily. Haven't had too much of a contest just yet. This sunset pick for Global Esports is really going to test the limits of all gamers' map pool. Nothing really too exciting coming out compositionally from either of these teams. It is a double duelist off with a slight difference in the choice. There are pros and cons to both. The Phoenix very strong in this meta, but Razer is a classic on this map.
I think, too, when I'm looking at Shrimp, his util's been so phenomenal. I really like the idea of having a lot of those seize, nade, trap plays towards their defense side when they do switch over here for AG. But gun round on lock, trap towards mid, running out of market. It's Javi, gets the pick onto buy, and all of a sudden this round has kind of fallen apart for AG.
44.
Need to do something with these weapons.
One trade back from Kira. That was just such a perfect curveball paranoia with the haunt for the scan to open up an early pick for Global Esports, and they're not done just yet. Dark cover towards bottom middle. Harvey going to take matters into his own hands, just trying to slip on through here. Fangir
Please.
somewhat cognizant
उसे
of
देख लो,
this, but the
वो
timing is not good for
nice
him, and
kill.
that's an opening pick here yet again in the mid-round for Harvey, who continues to push the issue, confirms that all gamers are outside of A. TP away here as they're looking to meet up with Kira towards that B side of the map, but Crystal has got a gorgeous deep cam and a one-way if this push comes in. And I think all gamers may struggle to get into the site here if Crystal is well positioned.
Yep. Patman towards that A site. He has a Prowler too, and that Haunt is back up for him to scan, get the info. But they don't really care because that weak side Cypher fully set up here, like you said. The execute's going to come in, the nade to try to break any of those close trips. Prowler comes in, doesn't get anyone. They're giving up that site and planning to play retake. They have a lot of really good retake util on Patman with the fade dog and that fade eye.
We spoke onto market side here for all gamers. Patman applying pressure for the flank. GRQ breaking through onto Udatan. That is a lot of entry power. Not really going to be having too much impact anymore. Alfangle's looking pretty good for Kira on the other side of this one. Should be able to pick up Crystal if he goes unchecked. Nice little high-low on the other side of things. Isn't even needed. An easy one for Shrimp. All gamers, it was getting a little bit sweaty, but it looks like they are well and truly on top of this one. Round will be run regardless. Maybe not in clean as a fashion as they would have liked to, losing Kira there on spawn side. But Global Esports still well and truly in on this one. Look how much economy they have. They will concede this round. But really, it's looking to be death by 1,000 cuts if possible. All gamers will celebrate that one, but I think it might be a little early at this point, honestly.
Yeah, 3 weapons down. That's a little bit too expensive. We're going to have, at best, that light armor coming online for the rest of all gamers. But seems like they're both doing really good jobs at being proactive. I feel like for me, GE, they're really surprising me with their defense rounds right now. Using a lot of
You haven't seen them win many rounds, have you? Wow. These guys are
what was it, 5 total? 5 total versus MIBR?
They are so much better than that series, I have to be honest. And the op is out now for Udatan. Over on towards this B line. Bit more of a spread approach from all gamers to start this one off. Tapping away, looking to try to take out any cams or early haunts. Dark cover in towards middle. Udatan has been established on this info line, hand in hand with Autumn, who will probably try to continue to build his run it back.
Okay, it's fine.
Slow default here for all gamers. 2-on-2.
Neon खड़ा है, Neon खड़ा है, उसको देखो, उसको देखो.
In the hands of GRQ.
Oh,
the
nice.
Prowler actually catching onto that op. That's a really good pushback. Vangear using those walls to make sure they're getting that space, but still not entering towards elbow. Trying to ping pong towards that B main where Kira's trying to apply some pressure here with Bai.
Yep. It's a classic kind of skirmishy approach. Deny information to the defense and look for a reaction elsewhere. Have both Bai and Kira ready for the re-aggression into B main if that was what was going to be on the cards. But as it stands, Autumn has retaken this A info line very nicely, and the rotation's already coming in for GE as all gamers prep themselves for the B execute.
Oh, nice.
Slow, but it's okay. They're grouped up. But 3 players here on the side of GE already on site. The Prowler's going to come in. The dash out. So much movement. The Haunt's going to scan, but no one's connecting shots. Kira getting the pick onto Crystal and Uda. That's 2 for him. And now all of a sudden that default, that defense has fallen apart for these players. Running out of smoke is Javi, not able to get anything. Patman and Autumn now all of a sudden left in that 2v5.
Vangear wants to do it, but he's very low on HP. A clean round here is all gamers, and they're all still kind of trapped inside of the site. Global Esports very much playing for exits at this point. Up picked up by Kira. Vangear and GRQ barely clinging to life, and they're going to choose the path of least resistance, pushing over here in towards defense spawn. That's going to be fantastic for them to establish a foothold in this game of Sunset. Should be 5 alive at the end of this one, unless they run into Patman.
Both teams definitely have done a lot of work.
Ooh, which one would you choose? This is my favorite thing to do.
Which one?
Oh, it's too late. Already passed.
The umbrellas?
No, they were dresses.
Oh, what colors were they?
There was like a wedding dress. There was like a little pink number, you know.
Give me the pink.
Oh, man. Honestly, that round for GE, I felt like they were in all the right positions, and it just was not clean enough. Like, that was just an awkward little exchange. Kira runs into the site and very easily gets a little double entry on, despite a good rotation time for GE. You're attacking into the Storm side. The op and the Cypher are both on that side that AG are attacking into. Like, you have everything you need to hold there as GE, and you get absolutely nothing done.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just none of the shots were connecting. They were trying to play around those smokes, but just couldn't find anything. And I think now this timeout for GE actually showing to all gamers that that was a round that they knew that they should have won as well. Knowing that they were stacked there, trying to talk about their crossfires, or at least make sure they're cleaning up their setups. Because like you said, that macro on that defensive round was really, really good. Almost perfect, I would say, just up until that execute. So maybe talking about maybe the util that they were supposed to use to slow down the execute, to separate, to isolate, or why they just weren't playing.
You would have ideally, especially with the Omen in on the rotation, liked a nice paranoia timing through the site that the players were able to play off, or the op to be able to cleanly trying to find an opening pick. I'm not even sure I heard an op shot, quite honestly, and it felt like Crystal was just on a bit of an awkward angle. Regardless, all gamers will take full advantage of that. A very, very nice follow-up despite not a great start. It feels like they are in full control now. GE getting a little bit of a mid-walk going on. We'll see how all gamers deal with this.
The op on by. Good spot to be in. Holding for this pick. Padman's about to peek that top mid. Gets the pick by putting in the work.
Bro,
this whole time, Javi, he's walked all the way down that mid. Bai is not falling for it, though, playing really passive. Everyone on all gamers, they're not giving up that numbers advantage now, knowing that GE have been so proactive in pushing and taking contact.
There's even been a ping on Harvey's line here. GRQ very convinced that there could be somebody peeking in from this angle. The spacing is excellent from all gamers. Stinger can only get so much done, let's be honest, and I saw it in the player cam.
Oh my
a lapse
God.
of conversation, concentration for just a second on Harvey. Just seems like GE are not quite focused enough here in the opening parts of this game. Need to switch on a little bit more. All gamers, just a slow offense. Very safe on the anti-eco, but they will be heading towards the strong side with Crystal and Autumn in tow.
Autumn's going to be a big player here. That Prowler is going to catch him off guard. Those Shrimp immediately shutting down Crystal. 2 kills for Autumn. Is shut down by Shrimp. And now Udo just running. They're going to hear that. Turning around his Fangir with that off. Gets the pick. And it's just a shutdown here for all gamers.
Yeah, very simple, very structured, but sometimes those are the best rounds. Don't need to do anything fancy as all gamers. Just hold the angles and give them enough rope to hang themselves with. Economy is very, very good on this attacking side now. It's up to GE now that they've started to get some ults in the mix, especially courtesy of that multi-frag from Autumn to show some better rounds. Taking the timeout in towards the round previous wouldn't have been their focus. Now we need to start to see the adjustments coming in.
Gun round here for both teams. The ults online. 3 of them towards the side of Global Esports. But they're not playing too aggressive just yet. Keeping that elbow control on that A main. Fangir with this operator, just trying to find a pick. Shoots at the lever because he thought it was a gun. Honestly, I would do that same thing. Honestly, we've all been there.
Well, doesn't elapse in too much. Got a ball out on the line. Yutatan dealing with the trip, just spamming away. That's a little bit of a win for GE here, but with all gamers really taking their time, spreading them out, and looking for a pick, it's eyes on Kira and Fangir v Yutatan, who is all on his lonesome. The dark cover almost creates an opportunity for Yutatan to take advantage of, but as has been the case all of these rounds, it's just not quite right.
Oh my God, that sucks. 9 HP on Fangir. He got the dink through the wall, through that box, but it just wasn't enough. And now just regrouping. All gamers, they've been so good at knowing how to end here. That Cypher, though, fully set up on site. They do have this Prowler to break a lot of those. The nades coming in, the wall's in, a full execute. The rocket is popped from Kira. He's gonna be able to get one fully blinded. GRQ with a pick onto Crystal as well. And a 2v5. This is so rough for Global Esports.
I mean, all gamers are just rolling these sides. Similar to what we saw against Heretics, they were pretty effortlessly able to work their way through the map. Run on into these sites on Lotus in particular and find man advantage. Just saw the same thing on Ascent. Very well drilled. This squad straight out of VCTCN. A region where Autumn is not used to losing unless he's playing EDG.
Four ults online though for GE for next round.
Autumn game है. Autumn का aim है, लेकिन हार कैसे नहीं
this round now, this next round, They're going to be a little bit broke, but they have a lot of these winning
Aja,
games.
Aja,
So I'm really
Cypher kill.
curious if we're going to see Udo do some sort of play with that Neon up, pushing aggressive, maybe taking a lot of that space, but they have to be aware of this op. They need to find that first and just make sure they're not pushing into it, because they've been punished by that now 2 rounds in a row by in mid Udo on that A main. They're just getting those initial peaks, letting them run into them almost every single time.
Yeah, it's a painfully slow offense for all gamers, like nails on a chalkboard, but sometimes those are the hardest kind of rounds to play against, where, you know, you just lose concentration a little bit. The other team had their head screwed on nicely, and then they're coming in with full confidence, and all it takes is a mistake or two from GE, and things can kind of fall apart. Now we're going to get yet another fight over this A side of the map. Curve, rather the Molly and the Prowler in combination with the one-way will again secure the one-way. Overdrive being held here by Yutatan, as there are a couple of rifles kept over from the previous round. So once again, a winnable round for GE.
Yeah.
And another, as I said, painfully slow round for all gamers.
Setting up Udo once again towards A main. Trying to figure out why this B site can't be held with that Cypher util as well. Trying to delay for as long as possible. They have 2 players already set up on this site. And the up-down, the high-low, top-mid here. Patman and Autumn, they're just holding, trying to get a pick. Udo gets spotted out by Fangir, and they're going to actually execute.
Yeah, perfection.
W.
Just punishing those age-old
Oh my
positions
God,
that you're often
bro.
playing. Patman will go down as well. That's one of the vandals that you wanted to have in play. Autumn trying to put on his cape here. Run it back active, and it's a complete disengage from all gamers.
Now they're running back towards that mid. Not going to fully execute yet. They're grouping B, but again, the Cypher util here, but why not? It's worked for them almost every single round. That one-way cage is going to go up. It's going to get blocked by Vi's cage. The Nightmare going online. Fangir getting his 3 kills. Kira is dropped by Crystal. 2v4 all of a sudden. They're trying to push this back site. Crystal punishes them. Autumn's there to trade, but isn't able to get anything.
Yeah, 5 in a row for all gamers. This is looking a little bit too easy. And I'm getting concerned about global esports, especially because of what we saw in their opening game. Feels like Groundhog Day here from one of the hopeful teams out of Pacific.
Fangir, I feel like on the operator, has done such a good job. I think he's one of the main players I was looking at when I was watching them play against Heretics. On his chamber, getting a lot of those opening picks. It was really nice to see, and so I'm kind of worried here for GE as well, in the sense of them not being able to push back that operator, constantly getting punished by it. Udo, he's fallen for that same thing. 2 rounds in a row, make it 3 almost. It's just really hard for me, for GE to understand how they can adapt. Instead of adapting, by not playing there anymore, they've pushed all the way up towards A main.
Yep, both of the duelists on the front foot here. Camera spotted out by Fangir, who was looking a pick towards B main. GRQ trying to disengage there with the paranoia, and Autumn will lose his life.
The trap setups were working for GE, but now they've just fallen into this trap of overextending themselves almost. Another pick down, making it 4v5 here, and all gamers, they're just going to sit. They know the re-aggression is coming, but it's on the side of B. Breaking that, it's going to be a little bit more of information here for all gamers, and they're trying to end towards this A site. They kind of have a good setup here, GE. Maybe this is the round that they can win.
Overdrive on in. One player on the lurk here for all gamers.
Nice.
If he's even needed. Patman alone on the side now as the TP's coming in from Harvey on the other side of things. Big 3K for Patman by flanking up through top middle. Catches the Omen off guard, who was looking for an off angle over the spawn smoke. Plant going down. Crystal creeping his way up short. All gamers just trusting the buddy system over towards elbow. Walking together. There is a neural theft, but Crystal isn't using it. There are bodies over on short that he could have potentially thrown that on top of, but the hat is still well and truly on. Needs to tap the spike here, try to bait out a peek. But he's going to try to go a little bit more aggressive. Jiggled out on elbow side. All gamers well aware of his position now. He doesn't know they're doubled up just yet. And this feels hopeless. All gamers just playing this so well until they make a critical mistake, and Crystal capitalizes. A third round out of nowhere for GE, just off of heroics from both Patman and Crystal.
That was crazy. I was really concerned when I saw Udo all of a sudden move out of that A-link and stand in the open. He got punished right away. But Patman, holy smokes, that 3K was really insane to watch here. That positioning a little bit suspicious, but Patman able to get 3, goes for that 4th. And of course, this 2K by Crystal. those are the kind of heroics that saved them. But again, they were set up somewhat good. They played really aggressive though towards that
Bro,
A
they are
main,
locking
got
in.
punished once again.
What
So
the
they
hell?
switched it up this time. And finally, we're gonna see some B main aggression right off the bat and leaving that A main alone, maybe setting up some util to fake that pressure.
C's dodged. In comes the util. All gamers always ready for it. Reaction from them is looking pretty good here. Yuditan under pressure. Autumn caught in the corner, just trying to keep himself alive with the curveball, and it's a disengage, but it's an expensive little exchange for GE there that I'm not sure they necessarily got what they bargained for. Yes, they've secured control of B main, and they are repositioning. So if they can try to go for a mid-walk or a mid-crunch later on in the round that works out for them, then maybe that'll be good. But as it stands, they're just spreading the map here and resetting.
Shrimp using that Prowler to clear all of B main. He knows no one's still set up close, so All Gamer is going to slow it down once again because they're waiting for some sort of information. It feels like GE has given it to them every single time the contact plays. But going towards this elbow here on that A site, they're going to be spotted.
Yep, camera from Crystal will confirm that All Gamers are inside of elbow. Patman is on short. That's a nice angle for the Nightfall. The cage giving All Gamers pause for thought as Yuditan has made it up over onto the side. Kira from up on high has a little bit of an off angle. Fangir low on HP. He's already lost his life on the way in. And when will you pull the trigger on the Nightfall as GE here? All Gamers are trying to bait it out. Another kill for Yuditan. In goes the overdrive and the Nightfall. This is looking like All Gamers are getting torn apart here. Great rotations from GE. They are all over that one.
That was really nice. The flood retake. All the util being sent, just delaying for as long as possible. And that's what they're missing when that Cypher is set up towards that B site. That was really well done. The delay, the cage timing after that camera was broken towards elbow, just making them slow down a lot. That's what I like to see from Global Esports. This right here, all that util, they're so low now after this. And Shrimp trying to go for as many as he can, but just doesn't work out. I think now we're seeing GE play just a tiny bit more passive. The disengaged after getting that B main info was really important for them. You said they used a lot of their util, and they did, but they still had that retake plan.
All Gamers simplifying this one. A 1-4 with the Cypher on the lurk. Gonna creep up in Autumn, playing on spawn side for the retake. Checking for the cam is Fangir. Prowler to clear out all of front sight. It's a pretty silent approach here. Harvey, though, dumping out the paranoia. Fast lane to try to disengage. One return back from All Gamers who are looking to try to keep Kira alive. I'm not sure that GE are going to check him on the site, quite honestly. I think GE think that all Gamers have been kind of shooed away towards B main, and that is unfortunately not the case. Kira gets the opener from site, swings out on backside, go decently for GE, but they're still in a little bit of trouble here. Yuditan having some impact, but All Gamers...
Oh my god. 1v2 again, bye. 1v2 again.
Trading out effectively enough here. Should be able to get themselves into a post plant.
Kira getting 2 from that position on site after being deposited is actually kind of criminal. The first, yes, element of surprise, but that second he was scanned and everyone knew where he was, still not able to pick him off. And now that spy plant going down, gets the rocket online, and GRQ just peeks Crystal.
6-4 here. It's a nice little approach from All Gamers. It felt like they just got into B pretty much for free. And the thing that I'm really impressed with, I mean, their macro is fantastic. I think the macro has been decent from GE, quite honestly, in a lot of these rounds. But they are so good at exactly what you need to be good at on Sunset. You were kind of talking about the breach meta. Trading utility on this map is everything. All of the reactive utility that's quick, that can be used in these bursts, that can be used to kind of bully map control. If you're really good in these kind of mid-round situations where one team's dumping a relay bolt or a paranoia on you and you respond with the perfect utility, that is exactly what you need to see. Going the rocket, that should be Crystal going down. No Cypher utility. Oh, an off angle. Almost good for 3.
Nice.
And now it's just the rest of GE with pistols.
Okay, this is actually just a thrifty too for GE, using those hero weapons to try to get as many as they can. Kira getting a pick onto Javi, not allowing them to even go for that retake. The Cypher trip is going to delay Autumn from being able to go for a fast flank. Udo also unable to shoot that. Roomba, and now 3 players alive for AG. They know where all these players are. As the flash coming in, Shrimp just turns it though. Menudo trying to go for 1, playing ring around the rosy, but isn't able to get it.
Yeah, jump scared multiple times that round, Yuditan, unfortunately. And another round for All Gamers. this sunset pick is turning out not to be what GE bargained for.
Yep. Really nice change of pace here as well for all gamers. Even though they knew that they could have been on a thrifty, they still took it fast, and I really liked it. A little bit scary though, towards elbow. You got to make sure you clear your corners there. Almost good for 3.
पीछे खड़ा हुआ बंदा
Trying
कैसे
to get them down,
फोकस
and
से
now
देख रहा था भाई
7-4 here. Shrimp on the top of that scoreboard.
भाई
He's one of those
साहब
players
अभी तो
we talked
3-9
about.
चल रहा है
His
भाई
initiator
क्या सीन
util has been phenomenal, but also his fragging power, insane. He has that Nightfall online and a mid default here for both of these teams. Autumn pushed down.
Big mid walk. It's looking like really good timing here for Autumn. GRQ will go down for free. Curveball onto bottom middle, pushes by away. He's under a lot of pressure. They're dumping everything on him, the kitchen sink included. Autumn's found Fangir in the meantime. And forward with the brown dives in Unitime. This is all the way of GE. Shrimp didn't even use half his util. He's fighting hard for it, but I'm not sure he's ready for the third man. And GE will scrape together a fifth at the end of that half. I mean, full credit to all gamers. They were so good at punishing the aggression all half long, but GE finally caught them.
Yeah, that walk down mid, Javi, really good timing.
I mean, ऐसा कोई personal support तो
The
थोड़ी
second
ना
that they
हक सिर्फ
turned
एक
around,
team का
holding that mid from a main,
पूरा
all
esports है
gamers,
भाई
they just found
कितनी
someone.
team है
Omen pushing all the way through, and now going into the second half here. We talked a lot about the defensive macro from GE, but I think also for me, all gamers, they really shined on their defensive side against Heretics. I say that. Pretty sure they didn't get a single defensive side on Lotus, but that's fine.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that map.
Yeah.
We talk about the other 2 maps where their
support your
defense was
argument.
really good. Yes, exactly.
Well, it was an
आपके तो
interesting
support कर
attacking
रहे हो
side for all
loud को
gamers. Nothing sexy, nothing too exciting, but very effective Valorant.
I find Valorant so sexy. Just all the time.
What
Same,
team has
same.
the sexiest Valorant?
No team.
No team? Not MIBR?
Harbor is the sexiest agent, though.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I mean, I can see why you're in full support of Marta now. That makes a lot of sense. We followed that argument to its logical conclusion, and now we can move on with the broadcast.
Eh,
And we're going to get fired. That's crazy.
Okay. I mean, yeah, every day I wake up and I think, oh, today could be the day. All gamers, they are definitely earning their paycheck here, though. Could have already been through into the progression match in this group, but Heretics were a little bit troublesome for them.
Yeah.
Now here's a game that I think, based on the opening games of these two teams here at EWC, you'd be expecting all gamers to win it, but out of 5-7 still really anyone's game.
Yeah, and I think I'm actually genuinely surprised so far by GE because obviously in their performance by MIBR, they had the 5 rounds total, which they've gotten just in this one half of
That's
this
the last
map.
time, by the way.
That's
We do not say that again.
And I think
I'm going to get in trouble. And
क्या
I
caster
think
है
they're actually doing really well. Like you said, their macro on that defense was really nice. Their rotates made a lot of sense. It felt like a lot of the small things were just little adaptation, making sure they're not overextending on their aggressive peaks. They changed their defensive setup a couple times. They changed it up, and it worked out for their favor. And of course, back to that re-aggression when they know that AG are least expecting it. But Pistol for the second half now.
yeah, still anyone's game. It's not going to decide the game or anything, but it's always a feel-good moment. Global Esports back onto that attacking side. This is where Harvey, who's had a rough
funny
game so
caster,
far,
क्या
needs to
fun
be
caster
worth
है
his
भाई
weight in
दोनों
gold. Pagir, that's a nice opener onto Crystal, the
भाई
Cypher.
half round
You'd like them to
Nice.
activate a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later, rather. Maybe when the site has been taken and you're trying to bait out some of the rotations. Bit of
ये क्या trip थी भाई
hubris from Crystal that doesn't work out for him.
Playing full retake here. All gamers trying to hold down into side by, trying to get one, but is pushed all the way off. Market is fully open for the taken Kira. He's sped up onto site though, taking all of back site. And GE, they're gonna speed up, kind of, as long as the door opens, into a fake towards that mid. They're just holding now.
Yep.
Opening that door to apply pressure.
Just cutting sound. Kira on the off angle, though. He's usually pretty good on the raise. One off a additional paint shell. He's done a lot of damage, but hasn't walked away with a frag. Shrimp on spawn side cleared up by Patman, and Fangir, who had to rotate because the door was opened, is now put in a very winnable position. Let's be honest, GE barely clinging to life. Position confirmed by Patman. This is where you try to stall the man out. Haunt, jiggle, jiggle. But Patman very much not interested in taking this stall. They just want to try to time him out. The spike is nice and open. GE set up around it. And the off angle, the peak from Patman at 3K there from last year's Rookie of the Year in Pacific is enough to secure GE yet another pistol.
A really nice mid-round call there to just slow it down, cut noise, open the door, apply that pressure, and force those rotates. They really played with All Gamers there, but splitting up just wasn't it for All Gamers. The flood into sight kind of being successful for Kira, but he gets punished because he's alone once again. Of course, pushing into market too. Really nice strat, really nice ability to take that map control before even trying to get that spike down. And it's going to be a buy here from GE, the thrifty for AG.
All picked up. Handed over to Kira. They have been loving his showstoppers, and I can't blame them. The camera taking pictures of a bunch of GE. It's a good photo. Good times in B main. There's not really a whole lot to worry them here.
Contacting up through that smoke. Prowler's going to come out, make sure they don't have anyone bothering them from market. Front sight is secured, though. They're going to be able to get that spike down, but still playing it slow. Crystal has all of flank down. These players from All Gamers just trying to find that isolated player. It's all the way in spawn, though.
They just don't really give away too much. I think All Gamers are playing the purest game so far.
Nice.
Caught on spawn side.
Bye, nice.
The other side of the spawn, but checked well by Patman. So far, not really too much damage to speak of here by All Gamers. They isolate Crystal, but with a Marshall in towards spawn side, I don't think he's really going to care too much.
Oh my god, he did.
Oh, he was hoping to catch his Russian counterpart off guard there, but not given the opportunity. And as it stands here, GE putting up everything that they would have wanted. 7 apiece and a flawless anti-eco. Yet another great start to a half.
Neck and neck. The bonus now for our global esports. All Gamers are going to have their bye. Their defensive rounds I've talked about previously from Team Heretics, the way that they played against them, it looked really, really good. And I think I'm interested to see how they play against this team because, again, this is the first time that we've seen this map for All Gamers this year.
Yeah, coming back into the pool, Sunset may kind of decide some of these series that we have here at EWC. It's a classic round, fisticuffs over A, GRQ. Defending elbows super nicely. Fangir's got him back with the relay ball, just pushing GE away, who throw down their own hot hands. Autumn considering the curveball. In the meantime, though, walking through the top middle smoke, Kira is more than ready for it. And this is not what GE bargained for on their bonus. Harvey also called off by Shrimp. The last two players on elbow. It's a nice double peak timing. Only one kill for GE, which earns himself his run it back, but that's not something you're going to be happy with.
They're going to be happy with that one, at least All Gamers is. Still chilling. I think they're really happy with where they are, even though they lost that pistol. 8-7. This just kind of goes to show how close this game is going to be.
Sorry,
and I think this is what we expected, too, when we were talking about this earlier. Is the fact that it's going to be neck to neck. It's going to be scrappy, a lot of fighting going on. And the aggression from both these teams has been really nice to watch.
It's good money for All Gamers. 4 players with about 2K in the back pocket should things go awry here. GE walking up in B main. They've been keeping this attacking side pretty simple so far. Just been death balling on in. And why wouldn't you when you've got a runner back to lead the way? Straight into the Cypher setup. Peeking in front of his utility is not really how All Gamers would have wanted that to go.
Yeah, the Cypher setup just not being good enough. No delay at all. They keep playing retake on this B site, and now they haven't been able to take it back just yet. Fangir trying to get a pick here, but Autumn holding a really nice pixel angle. Falls just off of it. These players playing a post line, aggressing all of a sudden into the site is All Gamers, even though they got hit by that Nightfall. It's going to delay them just a little bit, unable to just go in and scale. Players taking this market. Udo, he knows no one's there. Everyone's out back site. Javi gets the pick onto Shrimp and GRQ. Trying to find anything. Kira, Patman. Trades back and forth. GRQ with another. Batman with another. Back and forth once again. And these players, they're chasing after Fangi here, trying to get him to not save this and not die to the spike.
Another round win for GE. Cypher Trip will confirm that he's made it out of dodge, but All Gamers, I think it's good that they've held on to one gun. The rest of the boys will have money to reinvest in that one, but GE keeping things simple has worked out a treat for them. The run it back leads the way into the site, and the post plant was easy as you like. Patman, courtesy of his multi-frag on the pistol there, earns himself a Nightfall early on. You saw them putting spike plants and some orbs into that as well. And I think that ultimate really secured this round after a clean pick onto the Cypher.
Yeah, that mid-round has been really nice here, even after the post plants for GE. On that pistol, taking market, knowing they can't get that spike down without any space. They're prioritizing, pushing, and playing aggressive, making sure they're able to play a post-plant situation from more than just that B main angle. And they've done it again this round, using the Nightfall to delay for so long the outcome from backside, because once again, they had that market control. If I'm all gamers here, I'm talking about how we're going to fix our retakes. Yes, Spy wasn't able to delay as much on site on that Cypher, but still taking more than one angle in their retakes. Yes, they're trying to trade coming out backside 4 players in a nice retake, nice little crossfire, but no one's going to peek into them. GE, they've been so good at not giving that up.
I mean, I'm seeing similar problems for both teams, quite honestly, in the fact that I feel like people are playing off angles a lot and playing for picks coming into the side. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But in general, if you can wait for the big punchy pieces of utility, like a really high percentage paranoia through part of the site, or you have a really nice retake plan where the utils actually hit, that's when things get a lot easier for you coming back into B. B main dominated. You don't have to end up in a retake if the other team doesn't make it into B main, but maybe you'll have to test the other side of the map. Global Esports working their way into elbow now.
All gamers, 3 guns online for them, the 3 rifles. Cypher playing that passive setup by...
Here.
He knows that they're coming in. He hears it. That camera's going to spot 3 of those players. And the rotates are coming in. But this is where they've struggled. The retakes. They're playing completely off. There's almost no delay. Kira, he does have the rocket online, but they need to come up with a good plan because GE, they've taken towards spawn. They're trying to push in. They're trying to deny all that space.
Seize comes out. Oh, utils exchanged here. Autumn punished on spawn side. In goes the rocket from Kira. Really looking for anyone on GE, leading the way, zoning the rest of GE away. Horde comes out, confirms Harvey's position. Uditan down on Jen, and now it's just Patman and Crystal trying to get it done from elbow side. A lot for Crystal to do here. He's been mechanically very sharp lately. Half is on from Shrimp. He's not going to stick it to completion. It's a up-down there from all gamers. Perfection on top of the spike, and they'll take the lead.
They've learned their lesson, holding passive in spawn, knowing that something was going to happen. They were going to take some sort of control. And all gamers, punish Autumn for pushing too deep into spawn, overextending, trying to use that curveball to get away with it, but unable to. And a beautiful use of util, the haunt timing too. Coming in with that rocket to be able to scan that player top site, allow Kira to get that pick. Really nicely done, and just the timing on the spacing here as well, the pathing, everything. Looking really good for all gamers.
Yeah, really segmenting GE and making them uncomfortable with the rocket was very, very nice. Now they have put GE in much the same kind of position, only the singular rifle being afforded, courtesy of some multi-fragging in from Crystal. All gamers really looking to secure control of their economy if they can. A couple of players with some extra cash. Outlaws there for Fanggear. Crystal's found Kira. It's a nice pick from the Cypher, who has overextended in 1 or 2 of these rounds. Spike dropped in B main. That's going to be a problem for GE, and the Outlaw is really kind of getting some carnage done here. Autumn with the Bandit, doing a lot of work, quite honestly. Pushing things into a 2-on-2. This is still winnable. Shrimp's over on spawn side. Crystal going to join Autumn. He's going to curveball in combination there with the neural theft. Caught by the Caesars, Autumn. He's under a lot of pressure here. Spike going down from Crystal in the back lines. Autumn trying to bark as loud as he can. He's one off a runner back. That's his last curveball. There's the Prowler for AG. Very tentative. Trying to clear out Autumn in this close corner. Crystal trying to play off of the back of Autumn's contact here. Missing his shot. That's the last Prowler out from Shrimp. GRQ going down here. A little bit of damage now as we head into a one-on-one. Shrimp very much ready for the peak, and there you go, Crystal. Unfortunately, the backwards crab walk is not as effective when you're playing against a Shrimp. He's all over the crustacean movements.
That's crazy, Shrimp. One of the players we talked about in the pre-show, because he's been so phenomenal, especially in those clutches, especially with his util. He's just constantly been top fragging as well, able to trade. And I think there, Autumn, chaining his util to try to delay that retake for as long as possible. Fanggear getting 3 as well. All gamers, they're still not going to be happy, though, I think, with this round. The fact that it got so close, they had those pistols online as well. It's just a struggle there. Bai just getting caught off guard once again with his Cypher. He's just standing out in the open, trying to get some sort of peek. and is just punished. Fangir getting the 3 though, being one of the main reasons why they won this round. Global Esports though running it down towards A this time, going fast, changing up the pace. The util's all out and the site's free.
GRQ on the off angle, not ready for Autumn underneath him, takes a ton of damage there. Crystal, nice double inside the middle.
Nice.
That's a man advantage now for GE as Patman gets this spike down.
Crystal's been getting so many picks towards this mid, getting picks on the rotators every single time now. At least 3 rounds he's done that and punished them. The post time coming in. A lot of util chasing after that player in spawn, but unable to connect. 3v4, 2 players coming in from A link. The Nightfall goes down. Shrimp punishes Javi and Elbow.
Nice.
Patman getting the pick onto GRQ as well. The arm
Oh my
goes down.
God, man.
Fangir unable to get anything, and Shrimp
भाई क्या
down on
क्या
site.
राउंड निकाला
It's a
भाई
really nice
तुमने?
reset for GE. That's the round that they were
Wow.
looking for. They will be a little bit disappointed that they didn't get the round previous, but they know how much damage they did. They marched into that next gun round, knowing that the reset was definitely theirs for the taking. Still trailing by 1 round, but should be able to get through an anti-eco here. And this has just been super back and forth. Both of these teams fighting really hard for the first map of the series.
I find it kind of crazy that all gamers keep falling into this trap that Crystal set up towards mid, where he's just lurking, catching those rotators off guard. Every single time he manages to get a pick, and it just makes that retake 10 times harder. They keep trying to play this retake as well, just not working out for them when they're not all there. The util as well, they're heavily reliant on Shrimp. If he falls,
नाइट लेन चल रहा
kind of rough, but a thrifty here for all gamers. Shotgun and a stinger on the board, trying to get for 1, play for 1, peeking towards mid. Crystal's gonna
नाइस
shut down
पिस्टल
Shrimp.
भाई
That's literally the exact same angle that he picked Kreo on last round,
lol
or maybe 2 rounds ago. Outlaw looking pretty good in this round. All gamers with a lot of light armors. Little bait set up for Fangir here. GRQ trying to be the best salesman possible, but the blaze wall goes up. GE are not interested. They're going to be heading to the other store, straight into the A site. And they know that Elbow is dirty here. That is at least going to be cause for concern. The cage to follow up, but they're going to clear it from the other side. Paranoia is not going to be good enough to hit Yutatan there. The Bucky is easy to work,
Bucky is
but we
nerfed,
all know
bhai.
about the nerfs. It's not going to be a follow-up kill onto Autumn.
Kira here. That's gonna be heard, and he touches the trip. Nothing really gonna come out of that one. Crystal getting the pick, and Patman shutting it down. All gamers here. Feels like this next round is super important for them, trying to get ahead. But for GE, it feels like they're very comfortable. They're able to get that mid control with Crystal, like we said. They're able to just be able to execute as well, and it feels like they're just baiting a lot of those rotates. They're playing with it in the mid round. Their post plans have been really good as well. A tiny bit readable, the fact that they're gonna aggress, but you always don't know which side they're gonna do it. And they've used a lot of really good util as well.
GE, I think, putting themselves a little bit out in front, but AG, having taken attack timeout, want to make some adjustments on this defensive side. Still anyone's game for the taking here. Elimination on the line, and Sunset, you know, coming out of left field here in the veto.
Yeah.
GE always like to be tricky and difficult to prepare for in every single veto. I remember speaking to somebody about this last night, and they said, that's easier for me to prepare for because you just don't. You just focus on what your team is doing, and then you just figure it out on the fly. There's no point preparing for a team that just changes their comp every single time.
That's very valid. Jumping in though. 10-10 here. Well-needed timeout for all gamers. Rifles, full gun buy for both sides. Fangir has the op though. This operator might be key in them for being able to get those lines on the defensive side and understand how to rotate off of them. 2 of these players though pushing towards that B main, trying to do some sort of seize nade combo if they see anyone. It's not going to catch because all 5 players of GE are towards this mid.
Money is fantastic here for GE. If they can reset all gamers yet again, then this should be their game on a silver platter, straight towards the middle of the map. They've read this so well. But can they deal with the 3-stack over towards A here for all gamers? Do you have Blight, tucks himself into generator, nice and snug, slid on in
Nice.
Yutatan. That's a nice entry, peeking
Bro,
off the
nice
back of that
Abhi.
contact. GRQ
4v3.
only going 1-for-1, but Fangir is the player that they haven't checked in Elbow, and he's causing some problems.
Trying to find another shot. Crystal, he is flanking though. Two of these players, Kira and Shrimp, they're walking up towards this A main. They might catch him off guard. Crystal gets punished, and now the side has been flipped. Three of these players trying to retake from that A main. Elbow is being taken. The off is holding it down. Kira's going to walk up with Fangir. The paranoia goes in. The shot misses. The knife falls out. Javi, that dark cover to delay. These players are going to have to run through it. The time just isn't that there. Fangir, Autumn, Shrimp with a pick onto Autumn, and they actually win that retake.
Yeah, that's rough. I felt like Javi, you know, he was doing well to drop the paranoia and the double cover on a really nice timing, but he needed at least one there to give Autumn a bit of a hand. All gamers, that's a nice retake there, but with only 2 players surviving, this is still very much hanging in the balance. GE haven't gotten themselves the spike plant there, and with plenty of cash in the bank, still have this reset potential, but that'll only last so long.
I think now, too, GE, they know that operator's online for Fangir. They're going to be able to understand that he's going to set it up somewhere, try to get some sort of peek. I'm wondering if they're going to change their approach, try to find where that op is and just go the other way, or at least push him off. And maybe they might be a little bit more scared to set Crystal up towards mid. But instead, contact play towards the same aim.
Patman's ate the boom bot there as the slide in from Yudutan yet again is quite fruitful for GE.
What the
Over the top, catches 2 players. What a paranoia from Harvey. GE absolutely roll this A site, and finally it seems like they're breaking through.
Dude, the confidence to just execute, hold W into a site, knowing that there could be an operator there. They blocked off that elbow with the neon wall and just took that full A-link side. Like you said, beautiful paranoia from Javi. They played that so well. GE trying to punish that operator if they were set up on either of those sides. Of course, Udo with a beautiful free K there to shut it down. All gamers, though, they're going to try to hold on to this op. They're trying to hold on to this rifle as well. By sitting in spawn is going to catch him off, though. 30 HP on him. Fangir trading spaces. The bait and switch, but this time with the op. They're going to see that there. Nothing too crazy, but Crystal, he's going towards B main to try to catch them off guard.
Autumn still hanging around. And you're right, but at the same time, GE's money is a little bit battered from the last round. They don't feel the need to push the issue. They just want to make sure they can min-max all the gun rounds towards the end of this half. Still 2 left in play. Whichever way you swing this, could definitely have an OT on our hands. A decent enough save on in there for all gamers. It's going to be a scrappy buy, let's be honest, but at least 1 rifle, an operator, and a showstopper is decent enough to work with. The only player who really kind of is left wanting is definitely GRQ, but an Omen with the judge can get work done at the best of times, especially on elbow.
Fangir opping towards mid, trying to shut down that one lurker that they found the whole time. He's actually going to get spotted by the cam, and that's really good information here for Global Esports. Please, take the dart out.
It's classic. And not just the pistol. Autumn applying some pressure towards the middle of the map. With Harvey's dark cover, Blazewater to follow up. You know, Autumn is really just trying to apply pressure and make some noise, and he's sensing that he has a bit of a timing here. I think you can see from Bai's movements that he might be aware of that. He's going looking in towards spawn side, as is Kira, and unfortunately, Autumn will give up his life to the one player that can reveal where the rest of Global Esports are coming from. Overdrive pulled out by Yudutan. GRQ tucking himself in towards Jen is going to be very difficult to dig out. Patman has broken through onto Fanky. The operator is down. Shrimp's found Yudutan, but this is the player you've got to be concerned with. In the meantime, Kira has ripped the showstopper onto short side, and this is not going well for GE at all. Just down to Crystal in a 1-on-4. Has a neural theft of his own, but AG are taking no chances.
Definitely going to save that for this last round. The high-low. Crystal's going to be able to get one. And Bai, really good information, really good timing actually, to just turn around and catch Autumn off guard. You could see the pings on the minimap there. They're trying to tell each other, hey, this is open. Please don't get caught off guard. And that actually worked out for them.
Yeah, good communication from all gamers. Yep. Got to stay on top of that kind of thing. That's the difference between a tier 1 team and the rest. Stuff from all gamers. Definitely a losable round for them, and if they do lose that round, they're going to be broken. That's probably going to be the end of the game. So GE now back onto what looks like another pretty good gun round. Nightfall in tow. Need to try to even this one up and push us through to overtime.
walking up towards mid here. They've had so much success global esports, so they're banking on it once again. The trip there gonna get destroyed, and they're pushing through market, but GRQ using that paranoia to delay. These three players from the side of All Gamers, they've played off-site, walking all the way back on. They've struggled to hold this site before. Pam, beautiful pick onto Fangir.
Nice,
That's the
Avi.
operator down. And all of a sudden, it's 4v2. About to be overtime. Shrimp, unless he can do something, gets a pick. Him and Kira trying to work this. Kira on the fast flank, but that neural theft's going to let them know where he is. Crystal getting the pick onto Kira and Shrimp. 1v3, nothing left in his belt. No util. Just him and the rifle against the world.
Yeah.
I mean, इतना
Very difficult
जल्दी
position.
execute करा
Should
है
try to
लोगों
crack
ने.
back in onto that one.
भाई साहब.
Finding himself a pick, but GE, even after this smoke collapses, there's not much being shown to Shrimp here. He'll make first contact with Autumn, but it's a nice peek from Harvey. That's overtime. Global Esports able to hold their nerve despite a little bit of a shambolic round on the A side of the map just previously.
These teams neck and neck. Seems like that last round was so one-sided, and this round comes around, and again, it's flipped the other side. It's just whichever team is able to adapt a lot quicker or understand and get those initial picks that get the success. Fangir, of course, dying on this retake was really rough. Beautiful shot from Patman, though, to shut him down. And then again, they don't have any need to fight super aggressively. The split worked out for them. They had all of market. They just played those post plants beautifully. The peaks, the timings, the trades. This is a GE that looks completely different from the last time we saw them.
Batman 21-13. Bhai Batman hai bhai player to lag raha hai.
Yeah, it's a much better matchup for them. You know, the Pacific and the VCTCN teams very much familiar with each other, often practice together. Autumn has played over in VCTCN for quite a long time, so
I got the script.
we'll know exactly what they're dealing with here. It's from Autumn. Yudutan in tow as
script
well.
तो मुझे भी चाहिए. Oh my god, तेरी ऐसी की तैसी क्या script दी तूने?
Off the back of that, he has just won this round outright.
भाई ये तो
He's been kind
भाई
of
ले
quiet
गया.
all game, struggling on the defense side whenever he's on that weak side, or unable to just hold his own. And now all of a sudden using that power. Paman walks out into the smoke. Nobody knows he's out, but by getting a fourth, could he get the ace in one of the most important rounds in this matchup?
Oh
Ace
my
for Vi! I
God,
can't believe it.
bro.
When it matters, he comes back online.
That is rough for GE. By really throwing down the gauntlet here in overtime. They thought that they were going to be able to try to go for a pick inside of B main here, but that is perfect. Bai is just sitting in the pocket, waiting for them to go on the front foot. As soon as the curveball and the relay bolt come out from the Neon, it's a perfectly timed peak.
GE, though, falling back into that trap where
एक
they
round आ रहा फिर ये
overextend
तो
a
game
little bit too
AG का.
much. Pushing towards that B main, they get spotted. Instead of falling back right away and repositioning and forcing all gamers to use their util to re-clear, or at least use their bodies, they just stay. They stay there for way too long. Yes, they could have traded. Yes, bye. He had a life round right there. But still, feels like they should have learned that from that first half. We saw it so often where they
Technically,
overextended, they
G
overstayed.
wins Sunset
They're
in
welcome.
OT and then
Yeah.
wins second map
I don't know. I think it's just one of those
dominatingly.
things, you know.
अच्छा.
You can sit back and
Nice
try to
script,
play for
buddy.
some of these
Let's
retakes,
see.
especially with Cypher as your sentinel, and if you have kind of these wheel-drill
Let's
plans, then
see,
it can
bro.
go well for you. But
देखते
I
हैं क्या होता
understand
है.
why GE stay on the front foot. And I feel like today, a lot of the timings are just not really working for them, unfortunately. AGO a little bit more switched on.
OT तो पहुंच ही
They're
गया
often
था तो
getting
हम
the
देखते
better
हैं क्या
end of
होता
these
है.
trades. And this is AG's chance to finally close out Sunset here. 4 players ready. As this elbow pressure is coming in from GE. Up goes the fast lane. They very much kind of trying to feel this one
Yeah,
out.
4
Immediate
लोग हैं
season
भाई.
response there from Street.
Oh
Out goes
my.
Fangir. GE under pressure now. The Boombot and the Prowler making
Oh
all
my
of them
God,
uncomfortable. And
oh.
Harvey only comes up with 1. That's not going to be good enough. And AG on the
Khatam.
verge of closing out their opponent's map pick. Crystal in a 1-on-4, peeking into yet another high-low, and that's going to be
bhai.
VCTCN getting themselves that first map win. Pacific just continues to struggle here.
All gamers winning GE's map pick. They hit this map so far in this tournament, haven't played it yet. And now all of a sudden showing that they could do such a good job. Of course, that last round,
Wow,
the
भाई.
gamble towards that A site, obviously getting rewarded. 4 players there. And now
So
you're
one
looking at
go,
Global
yeah.
Esports to come back because that next map is split.
Global Esports winning the pistol rounds, going to OT, and then getting buyed on. And Ace sending them back on. I mean, I don't know what you do, how you recompose after going into OT and having someone hand out all 5 kills.
We got the shrimp. Honestly, Bai needs to stand up after an ace like that and just wave goodbye to the other team. Literally what he did to them. Unbelievable ace that was. But the follow-up was great as well, honestly.
Yeah.
AG, I think they recognized the tendencies in both of the overtime rounds. I was very impressed by their macro all of this game. Their rotations were phenomenal, very slow attacking side. I think the defense struggled at times, but once they kind of seen enough of what GE was doing in regulation there, they were all over it.
Athena, I was looking at the numbers, and unfortunately, you were shut down if you were the Omen on Global Esports. Only 8 kills going into that final round. He picks up 1 more. But 9 kills in 25 rounds is not going to be enough.
I mean, you say that, but his util was phenomenal. I will give that to Javi. He was doing such a good job. His paranoias were there. His dark coverage
Wasn't
were
it
there.
just 13 assists, though?
Yeah,
I'm
but
looking
still.
at the numbers. I'm like, your
listen.
KDA ain't that
But it's
good,
the-
bro.
it's the
I mean,
impact-
Maybe
it's
the numbers are too
impact
simple.
I'm with Bucket on this one.
I don't think I
No
saw
way.
enough.
That's not gonna
the
cut it.
C's do
paranoia
not
round-
get degrees here at EWC.
I have watched Harvey in Tier 2 and
Yeah,
up
fair
into
to accept,
Pacific
yeah,
for
high.
much a time now, and I can tell you he is a fantastic player, but that is a classic brain drain game, you know, where it's a pressure game. You're the IGL of Global Esports. He's trying to do what he always does. You saw him right from the start of the game, trying to be super confident. He was walking down mid on the Omen on defense, but unfortunately, mechanically, he wasn't able to go toe-to-toe with all gamers, and that's what happens to Harvey sometimes. He's had some kind of underwhelming performances as an individual, and it happens to a lot of IGLs. It's nothing to do with his ability. It's nothing to do with where his ceiling lies. It's just to do with the pressure of playing on a stage like this and having a lot on your plate as an IGL.
I will say, though, to my point, I think he did get a lot of the timings right in terms of his util.
Yeah.
I do think also that one push towards mid, he got that timing right when he knew they were in a main. He was able to get that free pick. So a lot of little impact frags.
Yeah.
Yes, they were very little frags, but they were all impactful, it feels like. And again, I think he's done such a great job. I really was impressed by GE all game with those micro adjustments, making sure they're getting a lot of those timings, just the overextension for me. Staying a little bit too long in those positions and getting punished.
It isn't all on one player, but Javi, I'm still putting you under the microscope. Athena's going to give you a pass. Let's talk about the others, though, that we need to highlight. Who are the superstars for AGAL? Who do you think is in a running for MVP of Day 4 so far?
Whoever came up with that game plan, honestly, and whoever's calling for them. I'm not intimately familiar with their team personally. You know, VCTC and Pacific are on at the same time, and I'm definitely choosing one of those rather than the other to watch. Sorry, guys.
That's messed up.
But honestly, I was impressed by all gamers. I felt like I've boot camped in China before and played some of these Chinese franchise teams, and at times, I got to be honest, and this was years ago, to be fair, okay? The region has come a long way. I thought, like, what are these guys doing? But AG's macro there was fantastic. Like, I really can't fault that. I felt like they were playing phenomenally.
I think for me, I was really looking at Fangir. I feel like his operator timings were really good. He did struggle a couple of times, but he was still able to punish when GE were trying to be overextending, like that round on elbow when he was opping towards that A main. He gets spotted, but still gets that peak even though he gets dinked. So I think for me, Fangir was a player to watch in this game. I think also on the other side, Patman. That 3K on site.
Yeah.
Goes crazy.
Frost still undefeated here at EWC. We go to break and we come back. It is game number 4 for Global Esports. Can they survive another one here at EWC? We'll find out.
नेक्स्ट मैच तब तक क्या करूं What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Play is in our DNA. whenever we let it out,
ये भाई स्ट्रीम ऑफ ए भी
it
ऑन कर
becomes
लेते हैं
our
स्ट्रीम ए
superpower.
कहाँ है वाओ
Now imagine an
Green
entire
A.
city being built to
Some big kills
supercharge
in
it.
that round.
Kadir
22
City,
on the
powered by
duelist for
play.
MIBR Los.
भाई ये कहाँ पहुँच गया मैच
Slower push this time, but
what the heck
C being identified. Bruno has to get the heck out of there.
भाई 14-14
ready. Makes his exit. Orb
ये
going to
क्या
be
चल रहा है
grabbing
भाई
it by Woot. 2 charges.
MIB और
Showstopper online.
Zekken भाई Zekken ऑफ
So
एक
far
टीम में है
forward,
भाई
ready to intercept and
Oh,
catch Kosmaris, who's completely unawares of this.
Oh,
The dash
my
forward, then Aspas
God.
delivers himself unto death as Boo will quickly strike him down. A duel is dead on either side.
Feeling invisible.
यहाँ 14-14 वहाँ तो उसी वजह से खत्म हो गया
The
मैच
pressure there was Aspas.
yeah
He had to get out like there was going to be another layer behind Kashmaris. Wasn't anything. So that at least evens it up for Heretics. Now they're going to be taking their time a bit.
हाँ नींद बड़ी आ रही है
Vizino here is going to be hiding
आज जन्मदिन में
right
सोया
around the corner behind that box. Him and Tex trying to use that trip as a kill trip round A if they go that way, but a pivot from the
अबे नहीं
Heretics.
रे भाई उस जगह
This
से
high-low stack.
जाती मर जाएगी मुझे लग रहा है ये दोनों पे उसकी गए अगर 22
Be
फ्लैश मिस कर लिया
identified
अपना
in time. Should be, you would think.
Paranoia paint shell,
Oh.
both available.
Haunt as well.
Boombot going to lead the way. The haunt
भाई
will be cleared out.
साहब
And Woo
ये
splash packs up on top of the box.
ये
Finds
क्या
second.
है
That's that nade that could have critically delayed
ये
and
क्या
denied this plan from coming
फोक कर
in
दिए
out of the equation completely.
अबे
After the tuck back, go for the
भाई
reload.
सेटअप ओपी भाई
Haunt over the top
Oh.
as Tex tries to go scaling forward. Two
Dono
players going to
type
be
of-
revealed.
okay.
They have him lined up, but he's only able to collect the one kill as
Okay.
Rians will mow down
भाई
the
साहब
remaining
TS
two.
खेल भी
Heretics
भाई
once again up to map point.
Another nail biter of a round.
ये खेल भी डाला TS खेल भी यहाँ टीम चालू मैच
Split the map, still in the bank for Heretics. Not sure how I feel about that high-low setup. There's just too much to identify it and deal with it. They're able to get up on the box. There just isn't
हम
enough
तो
left
काल
in the tank. IBR gonna need to go huge here. Send us another reset. And that's at a spot out in Averno, so
Aspas diving in, just going to be eating some damage for free, relatively. Paranoia is going to be exchanged. In the end, I mean, it's a stalemate. It's one that Heretics still benefit from. They maintain their positions. Now, the scale forward going to be attempted second. Trying to just flush Woot out of this position, and you absolutely need to. Eventually will be found. 3 players on either side of Rienz. The first to arrive on the scene. Goes for the peek, looks for the kill, can't quite find it. Now we'll have to backpedal away, wait for his reinforcements to come through.
that kid's gonna be one away from a showstopper after this plant. One more kill. That could be the difference maker that sends us into that next reset. A little bit to work with here. Kashmar still has the relay bolt.
Fast lane as well. Sees and a haunt available. Use the check close. And no one spotted so far. Sees into the back, going to be dodged second.
Wow,
Turns away.
क्या timing है
The worst
भाई
possible moment though. And
तो इसी का
Kosmaris
एक ही टाइम पे
barrel
मर गया
stuffs
वो
him from
10
behind.
सेकंड पे अबे पॉज हो गए ऐसे की
Fuse now
तरह
being stuck. They have to scale
GG.
forward. Bruno dead. The round. It's going to be over.
Oh.
They just stick it to
Wow.
completion and Heretics.
यहाँ
Gotta
पे
be wondering
भी यहाँ
how
पे
the hell
TS
they
ले
got
लिया
away with that.
बढ़िया
16 of 14.
बढ़िया भाई बढ़िया
This Lotus, their map pick, it goes their way. But good lord, were they pushed.
Yeah, this is by the
PMMI
no, I just it didn't go great in some moments, but it was a lot of rounds strung together at times by Heretics. Narrow margins,
एक नंबर
but they
का
get
भाई
there just
ये बढ़िया
barely. It
वीडियो
felt like
बनाता
it was
भाई
going to be dominance. It felt like we were going to be going to a cent lickety
मजा आता
split,
देख
but
के
not quite.
Well, they extend our evening. They managed to find that win, but can they do the
देखते हैं डिसाइडर जाएगा कि नहीं पता चलेगा
Waiting for the last race.
Put down your baguettes and brie and get ready for game number 2, hoping for game 3. Global Esports just went to overtime but fell short. We have a very sad Pilski who is watching the Pacific get bodied. Pilski, we need to see a little bit of resurgence right now. We saw the players coming out, smiles on their faces on the stage. They look unfazed despite a very narrow loss at the end of the last game.
I thought it was a winnable game. I thought that they played quite decently. And as I said before, I don't think that they're going to be upset that Split has made it in the veto. They have played a lot of this map. They know their way around it well. So I'm sure they know that all gamers are great at it as well, but they're not going to feel like this is an unwinnable series.
Athena, you were saying, though, AGAL picked Split for a reason. You've seen this team go here in the past. Why are they strong in this map?
I mean, they're just so good. I feel like their defensive side, the aggression that they use, especially with Kira, has been really good. I feel like they fall back on time. Their setups in the mid rounds are really good. I feel like we saw a little bit of that on that sunset as well, just making sure they're gambling a lot of the right sides. And as well, on their attack, they've been absolutely phenomenal. And I think this team just in general, when you can take Heretics on in this map and win, it really speaks a lot.
I feel like we've seen nothing but Ascent, Lotus, and Breeze on this stage until this series. Why is Split not in everyone else's, I guess, top 3 of choices?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. You see a lot of it in Pacific. I'm honestly sick to death of seeing Split, but I guess maybe some of the other regions outside of Asia are a little bit scared of playing it. It's, it's some tight corners.
We
and
see it a
like
bit
that.
in America.
The judges might make you a little bit upset. If you're soft, you might not play something like that. But over in Pacific, we're playing that all the time.
You guys love your shotguns.
Yeah, we do. I was looking at that game, by the way. That was also an OT. We had an OT on both of the stages. On the A stream, that was a gigabanger.
Reminder, we are also continuing group stages on Tuesday as we'll have our final deciders moving forward. Today, we're sending 2 more teams into our playoff bracket. 2 more teams will be sent packing, joining our 2 squads that went out yesterday. The big surprise of the tournament, Paper Rex out already after multiple second places and always looking to be in contention for a grand final. They were eliminated by Carmine Corps. We could see up to 3 French squads represented, or 3 French orgs here in Paris. And if you just watched recent events, Athena, this place is going to be taken over by fans.
Oh, yeah. First of all, the arena is insane. I've seen the stage being set up with all the seats for the crowds. If that fills up, the sound in here is going to be insane, especially if those French teams take the stage. The cheers are going to evaporate into this huge arena, and it's going to be kind of wild. And I think as well, too, I'm really excited to see the baguettes coming in.
Yes, all the baguettes.
You're a big fan.
I love baguettes.
I've seen you eat many.
He brings them in every morning.
If you don't have a fresh baguette, you're doing it wrong. Like, if you're eating yesterday's baguette, you're really doing it wrong. Let's talk a little bit about our teams as we still have a bit of a delay on this stage. If we can get a camera on a few of the players, I'd like to highlight the potential stars. Who here from AGAL is breaking out from the Chinese region to really showcase their skill at a global level? Because like you said, they're playing at the same time as Pacific. A lot of people may be tuning into one stream or not the other. This is their time to meet these guys.
For me, AG, it's not like a story of one player. I think they play quite a good, well-rounded game, and they have a lot of different people that they can lean on. Maybe that leads you in a direction where you get some inconsistencies from some of the individuals, and you might not get the results that you want. But I think multiple players could step up. They do like to swap around the duelist role a lot. I love what I see from Fangir, especially at the start of the year. I felt like he was kind of carrying this team a little bit, but as we've gone deeper into the year and AG have continued to put together pretty respectable results both domestically and internationally, quite honestly, I think that this team is extremely well-rounded and everyone can pull their weight.
Athena, what did you like in-game from this squad? Who has a strong role on this team?
I mean, for me, it's got to be Shrimp every single time. I feel like when I see him using his initiator util, it's been phenomenal. He also puts up the frags behind it. And I think for Shrimp, too, he's actually not IGLing regardless of being the initiator. It's actually Kreo, which is their duelist. So it's insane that Kreo is also able to IGL and play duelist. That's actually one of the hardest combinations to do when it comes to Valorant, because you're constantly trying to call for everyone to set you up, and you're also engaging in the fire, engaging in the fight in the middle of it, and you're also trying to make calls for the rest of your team. It makes sense why all gamers are super aggressive in this server though, because Kreo tends to do a really good job at taking a lot of that space.
Pilsky, do you like the idea of the tip of your spear also being the shot caller?
In other games, yes. Like, I think traditionally in TAC FPS, you see plenty of good examples of it, especially if, you know, you have someone who's weaker individually. A lot of the time, they will go ahead and maybe get in on the entry. And if they die, they make space for someone, they set themselves up, and then they can see everybody in the post plant because they're already dead. I mean, in CS, there's plenty of examples of that. In Valorant, duelists are meant to get kills. They have abilities to get kills, so I'm not really as much of a fan of it, actually. But if it works for all gamers, then it works.
Kira on that raise is going to be my player to watch. Fengir's going to go over to the Jet on the other side. We have a Jet in the hands of Autumn, and Udutan is going to be rocking the raise. Whose comp are we liking more? Is the difference is really just the sky, right?
Yeah, I think here I like to see the fade a lot
Different
more.
guy.
Patman on the sky,
Oh,
on the
Sky,
fade, sorry,
really
he's
different.
been really good. But I do want to talk about Shrimp on the sky, because actually something fun that they like to do on this map is they do tend to do a lot of 4-1s on their attack side, and they actually leave Shrimp to be that one. They leave that initiator alone, the sky, getting all that information, putting pressure with the dog, with those flashes. And a lot of the time, he also has these really good catches on the rotators as well. So for me, I'm still looking at the fade. I think just as a character, a lot stronger. No flashes, though, on the side of GE.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it can work to have your Sky on the lurk and apply pressure, but if the other team is prepared for you, then it's something that can really backfire. You can be very readable if you base your entire attacking side around Initiator Util. I like the Sky, though, better, honestly, in this comp with the raised Jet. I think there's plenty of examples, particularly in Pacific, where the burstiness you have of a Guiding Light rather than a Prowler that takes about 10 business days to get into the site is actually, you know, a little bit better in a lot of examples, but only if you're fast enough to play around it well.
Taking a look at our rosters, this could be the final game for Global Esports. On the other side, AGAL is looking for a rematch against Heretics potentially, or a new fight against MIBR. This will also be an additional $25,000 if you win this game for AGAL, as they'll be guaranteed at least 9 through 12. A big game for both these squads, and we are just moments away from jumping in. Pilsky, if you are just tuning in to Valorant for the first time, you've been working all weekend. What did they miss, and what are you about to see?
You miss Global Esports maybe not having the best start to their group, kind of getting battered around a bit by an MIBR that are actually playing over in the A stream and have lost their first map here at EWC. For AG, I think it's quite the opposite. They had a game that was well and truly winnable for them, and now they're looking for recovery here, and they've already picked up the first map. So let's see if they can try to capitalize on that and win this series on one of their most comfortable maps here.
And now jumping into comfortable map, just like you said. AG is starting on that attack side. They've been really good and making sure they're setting themselves up for success. Lots of 4-1s when they do get to those gun rounds. But for this pistol, they're starting with some sort of mid-default, that dark cover going in, the flash, the paranoia coming back out. Baiting that out from the Omen is insane, but you've spent those nades to get that.
Good stuff. AG baiting out a little bit of the mid-trap there. Now GE will
Bell
have to reset
chop.
a little bit as this round drags on. AG, very similar to what we saw on Sunset. It is a very slow attacking side here.
Hashtag G not
Trailblazer goes
fighting.
into the A side once again, causing a little bit of pressure.
Hashtag G
Fengi gets caught
surrender.
there by the Seas, but Autumn, this is an excellent timing indeed. Two players not even looking at him. Spike dropped, and he's not going to need to hang around for too
Nice
much
run,
longer.
Autumn.
All gamers
Alright,
now throwing
Autumn.
caution to the wind. Kira straight through the middle of the map. Picks
Okay,
up
Fanger
Udutan,
is low.
and they're looking to pick up the pace into the B side. They're very well aware that Autumn is still inside a B main, and that's something that they're going to kind of deal with later. Kick that can down the road, so to speak. Good timing for Patman to give GE the man advantage, and this is looking a little too messy here for an all-gamers who, for the second time,
Nice.
got caught off.
Nahi,
Harvey from
nahi.
Sewers does get an additional.
No
kill.
way,
Finally
bro.
cleaned
2-2.
up, though.
2-2,
Fengi could be the
2-2, where the
difference maker
spike?
here.
2v2,
Okay.
the players are trying to keep that.
ये
second.
Fanger
There's
लो
a
नहीं था.
player in heaven, though.
अच्छा heal ली उसने.
He's spotting for it. I say that, but they didn't actually see him. Patman now has that haunt. It goes online. These players probably trying to play this crossfire. They have to force themselves out here. Patman and Crystal trying to scale
Oh,
Splitting up,
shot,
but
Crystal.
actually goes well. Crystal getting the pick onto Kira. Fangir with
Nice
three, but
one.
Crystal
Hey.
cleaning that up.
Yeah, all gamers still keeping it very, very close though. That is the third pistol.
Thank
this
you,
series for
Tushang,
GE.
bhai.
It's not something they've had
Welcome to the stream, bhai.
been having trouble winning. But
I
getting
had
the enough wins
Nurse
on the
Day.
other hand,
Happy
so
Nurse
far,
Day, bhai.
not
Thank
so,
you, bhai.
easy to come by.
Thank you, thank you.
Pistols have been good. I think the proactivity is so good.
What's
Again,
up?
We've seen Autumn be aggressive. Last map on the
ये
field, so
streamer
now
viewers
here
के
with the Jet, he's
chat
taken
नोट
so
से नहीं
many
पढ़ता.
really well-timed
I'm
positions.
unsubscribing
And for all
and
gamers,
reporting for
unfortunately, they just need to
harassing
be
my.
a little bit more
अरे
aware of
तेज
the
ही तो पढ़ रहा
gaps
हूँ.
in
और
their
कितना तेज
attack.
पढ़ूं?
But now,
वॉल्यूम बड़ा स्ट्रीम
4
की.
players towards this B main. Fast
मैं
take,
भाई
trying to
देखो
get
यहाँ
that
तो माइक सब
pressure
ठीक
down.
है.
Javi, he's alone on this site, but
बता
heaven
यार
from
तुझांग
heaven
भाई.
trying to help Fangir the peak onto Javi.
सब ठीक.
And now Udo
वाह भाई
somehow
गई
getting
सारी
by on the
गन्स.
other side of the map.
की
Fangir
का सीन
gets
लगी?
trade onto Patman. 3v3 here. 4v3, sorry. Kira set up for this post plant.
Nice open plant there. Trailblazer into spawn
Bro,
side. All gamers will follow it.
guns
on in.
चली
Crystal
गई.
under some pressure. Drops the snake bite to push all gamers away. Vulnerable is GRQ, and Crystal's taken some damage, but been able to clean that one up. Autumn, one bullet left in the outlaw here. It's a tentative 3-on-3. You do not want to get ecoed
कम
as
है
GE.
आवाज.
And it's looking more and more
कम
likely as we
कैसे
go deeper into this round. Autumn caught off guard as well.
मेरा माइक तो
And
लो नहीं लग रहा.
Fangir, a
हेलो हेलो
critical
आप
double
ठीक है?
entry to swing on
हेलो
for
माइक चेक
Shrimp
माइक चेक.
gives all gamers the eco win. That is
अब
crushing
ओके.
for GE.
Fangir with a beautiful
मैंने माइक बढ़ाया
entry,
अपना.
just holding W and getting across into sight, punishing Javi.
तो ऐसा बोलना भाई.
Position. I mean, he put that dark cover down
रुक
after
जाओ
that
ठीक करता
paranoia
हूँ.
towards B main, but still was unable to hold. He just stood out back sight, switching from his util to his weapon, and got caught off guard. The timing here, you see that? So
भाई मेरे
hard
पास कोई
to
मॉड
deal
नहीं ना.
with.
मैं अकेले संभालता हूँ तो थोड़ा गलतियाँ हो जाता है.
Not ready for someone to be that confident.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're expecting people to take the normal timings, and old
L streamer 0 YT knowledge lol.
and sending it.
इतनी दिक्कतें तो देख क्यों रहा है यार?
This game indeed has gone completely postal for GE. Fangir now.
Okay, Tushang bhai, thank you.
Applying some pressure. Autumn,
ये कूद के चला गया.
a little over enthusiastic, a little excitable, but quickly
मैंने अपनी पहली स्ट्रीम गन खरीदी. ओह कौन सी? कौन सी
I
खरीदी?
guess you could say Autumn has now fallen. Got it?
Yeah,
Fall,
he's
Autumn.
leaving.
कौन
the
सी
circle,
खरीदी?
some would say. Shrimp, he is look on that spray, looking like a shell of his former self, you might say. Kira's also caught one. I don't want to have anything for him, and it's looking pretty good for all gamers, quite honestly. Walking straight into an open A site. Shrimp has only lost.
Yeah, just playing it slow, knowing that G is gonna do something.
बहुत गेम्स चलती है भाई स्ट्रीम पे तो. सेल बहुत बढ़िया टाइम है भाई गेम्स खेलने का तो.
Second round was insane for all gamers. I really like the speed up, the change of pacing. Those are the kinds of rounds that I really like to see.
Well, that's the thing about all gamers is just like at least at the start of the year they run through.
अब 5% माइक्रोफोन की आवाज कम कर रहा, अब ज्यादा आ रही है. हाँ वही तो बोल रहा हूँ, कम कर ले अब. मैका कमेलियन ओए ओए. हाँ मैका कमेलियन है तो गेम अच्छी है, लेकिन वो ये है कि तुम्हें अच्छी खासी गैंग चाहिए खेलने के लिए साथ. वो थोड़ा इशू रहता है. गेम अच्छी है, आर्टिस्टिक गेम है भाई. मतलब ये अच्छी खासी गेम है वो. ठीक है. मैंने भी खेली थी स्ट्रीम पे, एक दो बार स्ट्रीम करी बस मैंने वो गेम. क्या चल रहा है? व्हाट्स योर प्लान ऑन संडे? मेरा तो स्ट्रीम करने का ही है भाई, ज्यादा कुछ. ये मैच देखते हैं, जी जीत गई तो डिसाइडर है. डिसाइडर तक देखेंगे वरना फिर टीम एंड.
Yeah, I think they've done such a good job as well at adapting, making sure they're fixing a lot of their issues, fixing the fundamental mistakes that they did make when they were playing in that stage 1 in VCT. But now a super quick round here, that rocket online. Kira and Fangir pushing all the way into B Heaven, trying to find one. Beautiful paranoia behind, but oh my god, I can't speak by Javi. But he gets punished with the rocket.
Oh, हट बच गया. Oh, what time with 2.
Hand in hand with Patman. It's a 2-on-3 here. Spike has been dropped. Bai is up close in a pretty cheeky position.
Box, box. Oh no.
GRQ in with the backstab, and that's what I was talking about. Perfect timing from Bai as soon as Patman makes contact with his teammate, and that is a round for all gamers.
I got the final script. जी तू चुप हो जा बिल्कुल एकदम बोलती बंद और मैच देख तू जिंक्स कर रहा है जिंक्स मत करो लाला मैं सुन लेता हूँ रुको एक बार हेलो हेलो ओके माइक चेक माइक टू हेलो 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 एक मिनट रुकना हेलो हेलो माइक चेक 1 2 3 हेलो 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 माइक ठीक है हेलो 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 ठीक है और बढ़िया है ठीक है बढ़िया ओके
Just playing Raze and looking like a bit of an idiot, bumbling your satchels and really being one of the better Raze players in the world.
Thrifty here on the side.
अबे 3 हो गया है 1-3 जी कैसे जीतेगी पॉसिबल भी नहीं है तो कह रहा है
Instead, a triple setup towards this
अरे फैंगर ने हगा है भाई
but a little bit too late because Fangir he's already
बोल्ट फैंटम I have this skin
of danger. These 4 players now leaving one.
Yeah. Lead the Outlaw over on the extremity.
Oh.
Continue to apply pressure and keep GE honest. They're just going to throw out a dart cover and they put a band-aid over there, a little bit of tape, and they've said, don't worry about B. That's totally fine. AG also not worried about B. Straight into the A site yet again here. This is looking like a bit of a trend in the mid-round against the anti-ecos. I'd love a late round stack from GE, maybe later on in the half if they end up on another one.
They're holding.
Set up for a nice post plant.
भाई 5 बंदे जिंदा सामने
Fangir, he's going to hear all that noise actually from spawn. The crossfire here.
Oh,
so
we
much
got outlaw.
They're re-clearing the same main. Fangir's
Oh my
far back, but not far
down.
enough. He gets picked off right away.
अरे मुझे और किसी के चैट्स नहीं दिख रहे हैं कि अगले चैट भाई वो एक्चुअली आप बहुत उल्टा सीधा बोल रहे थे ना तो शायद यूट्यूब ने आपको अगली चीज दे दिया अब आप खुद से बात करो हेट स्पीच फैलाता है भाई तू बुरी बात
And not as effective, and AG exiting the site here. Over towards Heaven side.
Reload मार ले
Here. Shrimp does go down. He already has his ultimate, and actually
reload मार के देख ले
you would want picking up that pick because he needs to build himself up another showstopper.
Yeah, 2 so early on in this half would be insane. I think he's 3 away. But now, 2 weapons saved. For the side of all gamers. They did drop 3, a little bit expensive, but they're going to be fine. They're going to be able to buy that next round.
Reaction time थोड़ा slow हो गया उसका उधर sheriff वाला.
The last time, all gamers, they just sent it, full sent it. They had so much stuff to go with it. The util, the ults.
1-4.
But they have to deal.
जी का elimination match है वैसे तो ये देखते हैं.
Taking towards B main. Getting flashed off the line. Javi is deposited though. He's going to get the pick.
Nice.
Kira TPing out. That's a really nice numbers game here for Global Esports.
That's a little bit more like it from Javi. He can be an impactful player even after a quiet first map. It's Global Esports, the player advantage here. Swing out from
yaar.
is probably not what you would be looking for, but he is always looking to be confident and try to take over the game, advantage or not. There's the pick from Bangir.
Wow.
Despite the great start for Global Esports, in the mid-round they are being punished for pushing the issue a little bit too much.
Overextending. Baby. You can't blame Crystal. Just holding an angle, being unaware that the op is about to peek him. And the Seekers going out, that's going to be a lot of information. You know that there's a player towards this site. Only one of them went towards the A site, and they're collapsing here. The ult, the Omen ult to go on site. The rocket coming in. Udo punishes. Bai gets that trade. Javi left an elbow using the paranoia. Trying to scramble, trying to get one. Fangir offing. He's blind, but GRQ with the trade. 2v1 on him with an op.
Over on Heaven's side.
Oh, nice.
There from Bai. That's a freebie, but position
अंदर आ गया वो.
This is not an easy 1v1
गन ले ले.
operator. GRQ inside of the dark cover. Creeping around the side. This is patience from Autumn. Scoped in now, but GRQ is a little quicker. And that is around GE. Very much needed. It started well for them, but denied by all gamers who move up 5-1.
गन लेनी थी यार.
Such a nice round.
So
close from both sides too. Global Esports though once again falling into this punishment on their defensive side where they give
आपका
other
रैंक क्या
gamers
है? मैं
numbers.
अभी आया
Honestly
हूँ
speaking, this
तुम्हारी
first kill
वीडियो
was really nice.
देख के,
Havi getting that
नियॉन
pick,
वीडियो।
falling back. They had the numbers.
मेरी रैंक
Everything
आई
made a
एम
lot of sense for them.
ascendant 2 पीक,
And
अभी
just
मैं
putting back
डायमंड
on
पे
all
गिर
gamers.
गया,
Really well done too.
डायमंड 1।
Speed up. Make sure they're using those picks. The knives actually popped though for Autumn towards mid.
You can type exclamation rank, probably आ जाना चाहिए।
Maybe spent too much time with Paper X, and if this keeps going the same direction,
Exclamation
he's
rank.
some more time with them.
आर्यन खान पक्का legit score है 35, I'm 100% sure। देखते हैं देखते हैं।
Pushes them away from the spike, but GRQ will get his hands on it nonetheless. Waiting in the
बस
corner
एक
is
चीज,
Udatan.
ये खान बोलना बंद कर दे।
Gamers are cognizant of the fact that he is in that corner.
I don't like it।
And by spot him out here. A little bit of an awkward situation. Udo, how is your trigger discipline here, my friend? It's looking pretty good to me. And finally, GE in a winning position now. Spike dropped in the middle of the map. Fangir very low on HP, peppered up by Harvey. And I'm sure all gamers...
Operator make this way.
Should have no business winning this round. Fangir's been magical so far. His hands on a sheriff.
Welcome to the stream, nothing भाई। मेरी नियॉन वीडियो कौन सी थी? मेरे को तो याद भी नहीं, बहुत सारी है यार। अभी तो कितनी, बहुत सारी क्या, 2-3 ही बना रखी है मैंने।
Yeah, they're split up though. Kind of scary. Crystal playing that close angle. Fangir is gonna hear that.
अच्छा, that long one, long video. Oh, hey, thank you for watching that,
A
यार।
little bit safer as the time runs out. Fangir probably could have saved that operator. But it doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't get into the hands of GE, they're still able to buy that next round. Spots Crystal, unable to get it. And a thrifty from GE.
हमको काल करी
Lovely with the knives.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Bit of a mid-walk, GE. Taking a risk. And despite Patman going down to the operator, which
हाँ,
continues
समझ
to
गया।
give GE some problems,
गन्ने का
they find
जूस।
themselves chicken
Yeah।
position on Udatan here to be a bit of a difference maker.
गेम से पहले मैंने गन्ने का जूस पिया था 20 रुपए का,
Timeout now.
बड़ा गिलास। एक मिनट, 200 होना रहा है।
Timeout actually coming in from the side of all gamers. After that round, they're going to be really irritated, wondering what went wrong, but obviously just not clearing those close angles after getting initially those picks. Autumn obviously pushing all the way down. That confidence. It's nice to see GE still having it. Yes, it was a thrifty. Yes, they usually like to go for something somewhat aggressive, but still the confidence is there to bring it back into this.
Bit of a different.
GE, they're still able to buy that next round. Spots Crystal.
In on a thrifty does not half make though. You're going to have to see some substance on the gun rounds here sooner rather than later for Global Esports. It's not like they haven't been given a couple of opportunities and a couple of picks in some of these rounds, but as we've kind of mentioned, this is very comfortable territory for
ये मैच खत्म हो फिर मैं निकलता हूँ वाला राउंड।
And so far, this attacking side has been pretty faultless, but this could be a big opportunity for GE. Money is finally looking a little weaker, and if GE, after flipping the economy a little bit with those pistols, can win this round and capitalize,
मैं भी ट्राई
this could really
करूँगा।
change up the trajectory of this game.
करना ट्राई करना काम आता है भाई, गर्मी में तो बहुत काम आता है।
Gamers are not interested.
Op set up on that B line though.
वो आइडिया अच्छा था मेरा बनाने का, पता नहीं क्यों मैं ऐसे खड़ा हो गया ग्लास पकड़ के, जो फ्लेक्स है। फिर मैंने कहा इसको कुछ करते हैं, फिर गन्ने का जूस आ गया। मैं कहा चलो, AI भी हेल्प इट। Oh, nice.
Picking off GRQ, and now they have the numbers advantage here. GE, they just need to keep it clean. Make sure they're not getting picked off. But Fangir, he's trying to find one with the op. Not going to give it to him though, because this player's
6:30 तक स्ट्रीम करता हूँ, फिर बंद करता हूँ।
For all gamers, so that's a bit troublesome. What I can say though is if Bai can get onto that site and actually earn himself the pit, put it down,
I won't be able to
remedy the situation. It's a contact approach here for an all gamers who were initially letting the operator
stream
lead
that
the way,
decider
but now
map.
grouping up towards a ramp. GE quite happy to play the numbers. They've got the Nightfall to lean on in the retake.
Retake.
Oh,
Could be online.
लो है,
Playing in that spot.
bro,
We
just
have
kill him,
players
buddy.
already over
Please,
here.
just kill him.
Kreo trying to go for something aggressive.
Yes.
Fangir
13-5 incoming.
punished through that orb by Pam and Crystal.
Ah,
One side, Bai gets
nice.
one, Crystal gets another. Javi, the pit actually
नहीं, okay,
spins.
1v3.
And now pushing
No,
towards it.
अरे 5 HP मर जाएगा।
5 HP left. 2v1 though. 16 seconds on the clock. He has the rocket online, trying to go for one. Udo not going to give it to him. The flank from Autumn, going to catch him off guard. The spike might be able to be planted, but it's not looking too good.
Never mind.
Autumn gets that kill.
It's a big round for GE to win.
3-5.
Money not great on the side of all gamers, but I don't think that the going gets any easier for a GE who only get through this round with 2 weapons.
3-5.
The operator. My big concern lies in the fact that all gamers have a lot of ultimates coming into this next one. Bladestorm, Showstopper, and a Viper. It's a round that a Viper ult rather. It's a round that really kind of plays itself sometimes. Open up with the rocket and then put the pit down. And Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, this is more of the playstyle that I like to see from GE. Getting aggressive in that first early round.
What a pit. Honestly, we saw the greatest Viper utility in that round. The snake bite from the defense.
What snake bite.
Just goes nowhere.
काफी damage पड़ गया
That's
उसको.
why I heard the voice line. I'm like, there's no way that was spent there. But a fast start here for all gamers. 5 stacked towards this B. They're trying to punish any push. They realize the op isn't here and full sent it into an execute on site. Javi, Patman.
Nice.
Really nice
Oh my.
gets the pick. The rocket is spent.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. 2v2.
Getting that pick onto Udo.
2v2 आ गया.
2v2.
Yeah, I feel like GE may have overcooked a little bit, but with both of the players in some pretty good positions, then they could definitely pick up the piece.
Nice, Christian.
Pieces, rather.
Got.
And
Nice.
Crystal will do
4-5.
exactly that. From the backside of the pillar,
Wow,
very
bro.
steady there. He had ordered to back him in from Heaven's side, and all gamers trying to be a little bit dangerous, chucking a couple ults on into that one, but not walking away with the round.
GE all of a sudden online, understanding how they want to play their defensive side. They've been snowballing these rounds now. And it's looking really nice. I'm really enjoying the way that they're playing this. And of course, by delaying for so long on site, doing a good job. Him and Javi and Patman cross-firing on B.
Hashtag GE fighting.
So much sense. And now they're setting up for
Yes.
success towards that A main. With the players and all gamers. Rough by, just the Guardian, 2 stingers.
Yeah, tried to force into that last one. Autumn's got on this TP info line. Crystal trying to zone all gamers away. GE
Can you tell me how to tackle crouch player in gold lobbies? Any tips other than aim that I am improving?
And it's a huge crunch there from GE. Great reaction.
What a beautiful collapse.
That I can improve ऐसा पूछ रहे होगा? Gold lobbies में यार spammer के सामने आया. जितना मेरे को पता है उतना तो wide swing करो. You have to play in cover always. मैंने अपना दोस्तों से ही सीखा है actually. मैंने खुद से भी नहीं सीखा है. मैं भी इतना अच्छा नहीं खेलता हूँ. But हाँ, tower में खेलना is better. And wide swing against operators,
honestly,
snipers.
I don't think either one of these teams. It could kind of be a weird situation. Like, you think regionally playing against a team that you haven't really played before, the veto can get a little bit weird sometimes. But I think both of these teams kind of ended up with maps that they were quite comfortable on. All gamers for sure knew they were around Sunset.
I would prefer कि crouch.
And like I said, I mean,
थोड़े टाइम के लिए अपने बटन से हटा ही दो. Maybe try with that. एक दो दिन try करो बिना crouch करे खेलना game.
On this deep A info line.
You will see some improvement in your aim or your movement.
Flash into B heaven, pushing Crystal off the angle, but still that operator from.
And अगर तुम्हारा game थोड़ा aggressive है, तो you can play Phantom ज़्यादा. क्योंकि Vandal से इतना RNG नहीं होता है, इतना Phantom कर देता है, and rate of fire Phantom का ज़्यादा है, so it can help to get those body shots.
Trying to get into A heaven, trying to get anything, but they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah, it's going nowhere fast. Just a sliver of a timing there for all gamers, but Patman says, please come into my loving arms. I've got you, bro. Off angle from Crystal is phenomenal.
And you भी भाई कह रहे हैं, you reverse crouch him, you can.
A bit of a mess in a similar position, and Patman,
it's your choice.
read this to a T. Easy one onto Fangir.
Okay, यहाँ पे दो हैं.
All gamers stuck
एक kill. Nice, brother.
From a nice off angle there, takes a chunk out of Shrimp.
Easy. 1v4.
Really left to work with. Can't heal
पकड़
himself.
लेगा.
He's heard the rope. And Patman will swing him regardless there. Not necessary, but he's here to send a message, as he often is.
ये decider जा रहा है
The
क्या?
epitome of confidence, and I think that's the perfect example of it.
He's been playing phenomenal. I think the power of friendship, holding your friend's hand as they're trying to
Power
run
of
away.
friendship.
That's what he learnt in Paper X.
Yes.
They always say that,
True.
you know? And then some things happen. I won't get
Power
into
of
it.
friendship.
Kira trying to follow up. I really like the confidence from Kira, at least to try to satchel and chase. I think that was a good call, but they just weren't ready, and the Viper wall didn't go up in time either. And now, gun round once again. Last round of this half, trying to get it online. 5 rounds is pretty good for your attack side, but you definitely want to try to get that one more. Just the Seekers and the Omen online for all gamers. But Udo, he has that rocket. Autumn, beautiful positioning down mid.
It's a cheeky off angle.
Oh.
And Autumn has seen one of those before back home for sure. Not too worrisome for him.
Oh, tag.
On to Fangir, who was trying to walk out. A-mate here with Bai.
No, bro. Mill gate site. Wow.
That's where Fangir will rip the map wide open.
Fangir is
It's not really super clear about how AG are going to put the pieces together here, but that is exactly it. Spike passed over to GRQ, and he's going to TP over towards A. Seeker's coming out as well here. AG very much trying to feel this one out.
Getting that spike down, but the Seekers is going to catch Autumn. Also turning around, looking at the right time. Udo going with that rocket.
Nice.
Going to pick off Shrimp.
Nice.
That's a big pick. 4v3 now, but Kira, he's all the way on an island towards mid. A late flank. He has to speed up because these players, they're starting their retake elbow. Paranoia coming out. Fangir with a pick. All of a sudden, the trades are down.
6-6. Oh man, what a half, bhai.
Really nice crossfire onto site.
Yeah, for sure. I think some great off angles being played there by all gamers, and a great paranoia timing out of elbow. Gave GE too much to deal with, despite being a little bit disjointed. Very impressive at how quickly they put that round together. That was 2 players caught by a C's in A main. You get a pick on the A side of the map. The rest of the team are in completely different postcodes. But passing that spike over to the Omen, who has the ult available, really helped them streamline and put that together. Similar to Sunset, there really is not too much separating these two teams as we head into the second half.
Yeah, all gamers really good at punishing the second that they get that first pick. It's been really nice.
I'm close to 120 subs, bhai. It's 117.
A little bit too much in that last round, going for that 1v1.
Yep.
The C's was there, but still, it's risky, especially when you know that you have no players around you to support.
Yeah, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And I think for Patman, that kind of experience is not really going to sway him too much. He's just going to keep doing what he always does.
I think it makes sense, though, because if he doesn't do that one round where he got that 3K, supported Autumn on his fallback, I think it makes a lot of sense. But now, this is going to be where it shows which team has done their homework, which team has done a lot with their preparation, because 6-6 Pistol's going to be super important. Global Esports, they've been really successful with their pistols. They lost that second round earlier in this game. And whoever wants to get ahead and just start to snowball for the second half, it's going to be so important.
And for all gamers, would love to just close out this series that has been pretty strugglesome for them.
2 more subs now.
Patri. By any stretch of the imagination, as
thank you, nothing, bhai.
The same direction.
Nothing आपका नाम है भाई.
Teams that will probably have some pretty good representation across some of the other games here at EWC. Their Crossfire team's pretty good. That's what I've been told a few times.
And do you also play like Valorant, like say regular?
Before, but that's what I heard on the grapevine.
मेरा थोड़ा variety को लेके मन करता है, but I do play other games, but Valorant ज़्यादा खेलता हूँ because दोस्त हैं उसमें और I like to play with my friends most of the times. They are my content, bhai.
That's what I was saying.
I wasn't convinced, but hey,
there wasn't much to convince by it, to be fair.
That's true.
Wow.
GE now on the attacking.
And also, I'm also playing Resident Evil 4.
Join up with GRQ on this B side.
Chal
And
rahi hai,
play
continue.
retake here. All gamers have very quickly mobilized. They're going to retake.
I hope
B
to see you
heaven
in my
control and make
future
this a
live
little bit
streams.
easier to digest here if possible. Satchel out. They want to clear middle. GE Haven't put that spike down. Nice right click from Harvey to start things off. But
Nice.
the quick entry.
Okay.
But GE
Fanger is
are
low.
starting to punish some of this flat
Fanger.
from AG.
Oh no!
Spike hasn't even gone down yet. Patman finally putting that down as GE have got themselves a man advantage.
The healing up his team. 3 players though. 2 of them going
Wow,
for
bro.
spam through the smoke onto Hive.
Wow.
That's gonna be annoying. Udo is right below this rope. They're looking to drop with those nades. The flash finally online for Shrimp. Uses it. Drops. Spots. Udo unable to get anything.
No.
Fangir with 3. Kira with a beautiful shot onto Crystal, and all of a sudden this round has flipped on
Kartike.
its head.
Acha,
Oh,
okay.
just all it took there
Game
from
name?
Wargamers, really.
Rigato. Okay.
Udatan under the rope,
Hello,
needed to
Kartike.
at least take one with him and make all gamers' life a little bit more difficult from that. All coming from the same angle.
A cool name, yeah.
But Fangir has yet again, in a
Cool
pistol
name.
round, done something illegal. 3K from him, that spam kill onto Harvey. Honestly, just brings tears to your eyes. You're hoping for a third map.
Oh, that was like the last bullet too. He's just spamming, and just the bullet as he's turning away gets the kill.
It's rough. All gamers will be happy with it though.
6-7.
Starting off this defensive side in a good position.
Yeah,
The
6-7
first
बहुत
pistol
होता
they've
है
been
भाई.
able to glean for themselves in this game so far.
Lots of noise towards this B main.
Ah.
The orb getting tapped. GRQ taking a nice bit of damage though. Down to 72.
GE making themselves look really scary in B. Applying a little bit of pressure to unsettle all gamers before they go link up with Crystal, who has been
क्या चल रहा है तुम्हारा
chilling with
संडे
his
को
feet
क्या
on the
कोई
coffee
गेम
table
प्लान
outside of A.
anything? Oh,
Couple of players here for all gamers. They're just running the orb so far, really trying to min-max that showstopper as quickly as possible. Wall does get dropped, but Harvey is very much on his own there. The rest of all gamers have arrived to the party, and it's a great time so far. GE not really getting too much done until you get a little bit of messiness from Shrimp.
I play
but one kill is
Minecraft.
not really gonna trouble all
Pixel
gamers too
Skyblock
much as
समझ
you're
गया.
happy with that anti-eco.
Bear Chameleon and
Yeah, I just
Valo
wanna
for
make sure that next
self-satisfaction.
For
That
GE
I'm
on that
better.
execute. Nobody's just going out alone. That's
Hey,
a little
Bear
scary for
Chameleon
Javi.
करो ठीक है.
Getting out of that smoke.
Self satisfaction के लिए Valo. यार Valo में देखो ना. There is always someone better than you. ठीक है. ये तो मान के चलो. ये तो मान के चलो भाई. कोई ना कोई तुम चाहे कितने ही बड़े प्लेयर हो. Even pros भाई इनसे भी और अच्छे प्लेयर्स होंगे इनके अगेंस्ट खेलने वाले. एक से एक बढ़ के. I never understood meaning of. वैसे मुझे भी नहीं पता. I just do it for fun because meme है, trend है.
He's going to be playing it safe all the way back on A side while 4 of his
PS करती थी ना.
grouped up towards mid.
हार
I
गई.
say he's
मैच
safe, but he jumps back
लेफ्ट
into
के
spawn,
सामने.
getting picked off in autumn. I really like that GE aren't scared to take the rest of that space. Full sight now, getting that spike down. 4 players still in mid from all gamers. It's going to take a while for them to come back to it.
Can't really feel for Pi there. I mean, he just he walks into traffic. The red man was very much present. So, bit of natural selection, unfortunately. As all gamers organize themselves for a little bit of a flank. Harvey, who was trying to apply some pressure to middle in the middle of them earlier on in the round, will get hit by the guiding light. Gonna reply with a paranoia, but that doesn't really unsettle all gamers too much. Crystal putting up the wall, zoning with the snake bite. Trailblazer and paranoia will push him back. Patman, they're aware of him in the corner here. They're going to try to push him out. Guarding light and Facials to follow up. All gamers are scaling in pretty nicely here, but the rest of GE pushing straight through that dark cover on A main. And Fangir, I couldn't even tell you what he was looking at there, quite honestly. He's going to go down to the spike, and GE anti-bonus converted, but not without some losses.
What around conversion by?
Not going to be too harsh on them. Still going to be able to full buy for that next round. And now GE going to be a little bit happier. Trying to understand how they want to play this map. That 4-1 tends to work for them. Maybe we're going to see a little bit more mid-control here. Trying to bait out that Sky Util. I just really like the way that All Gamers has been playing well together. The operator online for Fangir as well. He's been doing absolutely phenomenally this whole game. 18 and 11. The first peak, though, going to be towards that B. He's not going to do anything way too aggressive, just holding passively. And for GE, using that Prowler, getting information, but falling back towards that mid.
I mean, this has just been their MO, really. A little bit of pressure in the early round. See if AG do kind of react with anything. You were kind of pointing out some of the aggressive tendencies from all gamers at the best of times, and I think GE are kind of well aware of that. Both of these teams have been playing pretty slow on attack so far in this series, and once again, it's another 1-4 here for GE, but they might walk straight into the operator.
All gamers slow? Did we not watch the same half?
I'm back to supporting G.
Some of the rounds they were slow.
Welcome back.
Though, he's about to
Welcome back.
these players. He's gonna hear that
oh.
beautiful flick onto Autumn, and now these players flooding into sight for all gamers, ready to get the pick. GRQ
wow,
getting
bro.
10, shutting him down.
GG.
This execute absolutely
ये तो भाई
decimated.
7-9
The
हो गया.
spike has been dropped. Crystal on the other side of the map getting a pick towards mid. Reaggressing here, retaking.
अगर लग
Almost got
जाता
the
है
pick through the smoke, and Crystal all of a sudden left in a 1v4.
GEG 13 8 full script मेरे पास है राइट का हाँ भाई तेरे पास राइट का सब है भाई
in the mid round, but there was no mid round. AG passing the test nicely there. They'll go through this round with 4 guns up. GE, I don't know if their economy can really handle this here. 2 players looking pretty poor.
आपके पास तो चैंपियन सॉरी चैंपियन बोल रहा हूँ
some of the other boys to help
VCT की भी थी स्क्रिप्ट उसका क्या हो गया VCT made race player more unpredictable with ball satchel movement अच्छा with ball satchel movement in Indian norms too
I don't think AG would be either.
है एक बंदा शायद मैं जानता हूँ उसे he plays race a lot मैं नाम भूल गया उसका उसने भी बक्की किया था यार टू इमॉर्टल I guess मेरे को बीच में आया था मैं नाम भूल गया उस बंदे का he is immortal मैं नाम भूल गया वो रेस काफी अच्छा खेलता है नाम भूल गया मैं बस
No high five until the game is done.
उसे हम इंडियन रेस के नाम से ही जानता हूँ मैं उसका नाम याद नहीं आ रहा चैनल का नाम उसका
The op still online for Fangir. He has all of B main, but these players are going super fast towards B.
Yeah, a lot of bandits in tow here. Kira made a bit of a meal of that one, but good thing Fangir is chilling on the B side. B main is dirty though, I would assume, and so of course Fangir will be a little bit concerned about that.
Reposition back to B main. Still so scared of this B heaven. This might be the read. AG might be able to get this pick here. That's going to be so much.
मैं तो चाहता हूँ रेस के और प्लेयर्स आए बहुत मुझे बहुत कम लोग दिखते हैं मुझे रेस बढ़िया खेलते हुए मुंबई लॉबीज में ओह माय गॉड
Needed to check that.
And रेस की किट काफी अच्छी है ओह व्हाट द
satchel from Udaton.
What a shot.
On the ground in towards spawn side, but GE not overcooking this one. They've got a lot of good ults to work with now. Showstopper on Udaton. Crystal could get the pit down if necessary. Out comes the rocket. GRQ. Not
Bro,
even sure
Udaton
if he saw
is
him in the corner
playing,
there. I don't know where that page shells is going, but Bai is under a lot of pressure. And as such, will feel the Udaton, who has just cracked that round open for GE, and look at all of the guns they picked up as a result. This is massive for the attackers.
Yeah, the winning condition for all gamers there was just getting that shot off on B main.
3 kill.
But also
Satchel bandits भाई bandit बढ़िया गाना है भाई मैं बोलता हूँ
when you know that they're on that low buy, instantly getting punished.
रोग बैंडिट लगता है लेनी पड़ेगी अब
But I really like the read.
रोग बैंडिट या सिंगुलैरिटी शेरिफ
Back into that B main, they knew the op was set up somewhere, but a nice gamble, especially because they caught off.
I mean, that is a call. Wow,
what a round by G.
Now playing a very similar comp themselves. They know how to play around that B main operator. Something that has been piloted many moons ago by Paper X.
भाई उसने क्या शॉट मारा
They know the theory and how to deal with it, and I think that's a perfect example of them just really utilizing all of the strengths of the comp that AG are trying to employ and using it against them there.
A timeout now coming in from the side of all gamers. They're obviously going to be upset with that one. Feels a little bit like deja vu from that last map, pausing after getting thrifty.
That's a round that loses you the game.
True. And now, they've usually had a good result off of these timeouts, just knowing what they have to clean up. But GE, the confidence. I love that they're still so confident no matter what they're doing. They were down, but it didn't matter. If I'm all gamers, though, I'm not sweating too hard. I feel like their general macro on the defensive side has been working really well for them. Again, just whiffing a couple shots Also playing a little bit too close. They didn't have time to re-clear that B heaven once they did take it with their thrifty. It was just an unknown place for them. The rotates just weren't correct. The positioning just wasn't there in time. Now we're going to see a low buy from the side of all gamers.
Yeah, a bit of a mixed bag. Trying to min-max the money to go a little bit deeper into this game. It's still got plenty of legs in it. GE, great economy. And we were talking about how many rifles they picked up in just that round previous.
Yeah, oh my god.
Over here towards
Hira low, Fager low.
Dodges the boom bot
Oh,
nicely.
no,
And
back,
there's no
back,
sky
back.
there for GE. So he won't be able to get healed up as we go deeper into this round.
Reaver bandit आ जाए नेट पैकेट में खरीदेगा मुझे रिवर तो लाइक इतनी अच्छी लगी रही बैंडिट मुझे रोक काफी अच्छी लगी रोक की जो ओह माय गॉड रोक बैंडिट की जो वो है ना लाइक विजुअलाइजेशन जो है उसकी बना रखी है काफी अच्छी है
Crystal gonna put the pit down. They're really trying to dig their heels in. Autumn is cripplingly low from earlier. And that's an operator going down. Showstopper going into the side. GE. This is a pretty big fumble after a massive thrifty in just the round previous. AG take a timeout and respond with one of their own.
Beautiful timeout.
यार पैकेट आ रहा है कुछ टाइम मैंने सुना था खाली तब इसी महीने आएगा शायद.
They've known and they've done their homework to see that his tendencies are to walk up mid. Getting that pick was beautiful. The re-clear shrimp, beautiful with the util as well.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just, it's illegal as someone from Pacific to question Patman because he's just so good. But yeah, some of the rounds this series, there's been some great ones. There's been some not so great ones. And that one was unfortunately more of the latter. One dealt with by Kira, GE. They do have a follow-up buy to this one. Autumn's found GRQ, but Kira able to safeguard ropes for the meantime. Oh my god, Patman has dodged the Trailblazer. That is perfection.
3-3.
Kira's found Harvey in the meanwhile. This is so disjointed from both sides, but Patman, a little bit unhappy with how that last round went, is starting to take this one over. Spike being picked up now by Crystal. As the Prowler hasn't cleared out buy. That's not the timing that Patman was looking for, and now we're into a 2-on-2.
Operator with knives online for Fangir if he wants to pop those. Yop and knives. Fight potentially here because Autumn's also set up.
Bro, आप ऊपर यार. Autumn.
Making sure that spike gets planted and just
Fangir दोनों पे ऑपरेटर है.
They're gonna be able to spot each other out. The timing on these scopes. Not seeing Jet's head. Autumn hearing those knives getting popped. A little bit spooked, popping his.
Jet डिव हो रहा है क्या guys?
Down. Punished by Crystal and Pi under too much
Good
pressure
night,
there.
okay. Fangir की तो.
Able to pick themselves up another round.
Rogue Bandit is one.
A little bit of an upset in the round previous.
Difficult level.
You know, had some messiness, has to be said.
One different level.
But good recovery.
Except I hate its finisher for.
Patman's timing. Look at
Oh,
that.
हाँ 2000. भाई इतनी महंगी है Rogue Bandit.
You can't question it.
भाई देखो मैं तो रेड बैकेट में लूँगा जब आएगी. मैं स्टोर से बहुत रेयरली कोई गन खरीदता हूँ. यहाँ पे जितनी भी skins हैं. बहुत रेयरली मैंने स्टोर से लिया होगा कुछ.
I would never tell him to stop. The op online though for Autumn going for an A.
वरना नाइट मैं इतना लकी हूँ कि मैं नाइट मार्केट में ही स्किन आ जाती है जो मुझे चाहिए होती है. लाइक अभी मेरे टोटल कितने अपग्रेड हो चुके हैं? I guess 5 में से मैंने 3 में से खरीदा है skins.
Also spotted outside of A. Where's out his paint shells? He's seeing a lot of green on his screen. And I'm not talking about the new Shrek movie. Shrib now finds himself a pick, but he doesn't even clock onto the fact that Harvey's just TP'd into the back of the site.
और उसमें आएगा नाइट मार्केट में भी. हाँ अभी लीक्स जो आता है Valorant का लीक्स उसमें अभी तक आया नहीं है. तो no idea. ट्विटर पे आ जाता है. Valorant लीक्स. तो वाले पेज पे.
Autumn, Fangir, sorry, going with that op. Spotting, not going to catch anyone off guard. Nice off angle here from Patman.
Okay.
Swapped over to GRQ. They're going to kick this one off with the paranoia, and Kira will almost certainly dive into the site. Harvey can't see a thing, wants to play that close angle. He's been spotted out. The Cloudburst is maybe helping him a little bit, but not enough.
9-11.
Only able to come away with one, and that is perfection for all gamers. Mana advantage, all the high percentage pieces of utility exactly where you'd want them, and as such, an easy retake. GE, I've got to be sweating now.
They got to figure out how to shut down Fangir, man. He's just been having such a good game, and he's won that op battle now 2 rounds in a row. Able to pick him off.
Feels like we're going into the dying hours of this series unless they can show some resilience. In a very, very back and forth game indeed against an All Gamers who look like they're in pretty good form. Like, game against Heretics, I felt like I was seeing some good stuff for them. We've talked about how they've been pretty good in China so far. Great kickoff and just missing out there in stage 1 to go to another international.
For me, I'm really surprised with their map pool because All Gamers, they've kind of had a history of not having the deepest map pool, not the best at rounding out what they can play. But now we've seen their sunset.
पर exclusive वाली bundle डायरेक्ट मार्केट में नहीं आता, only premium bundles.
And it's just so
नहीं
exclusive
exclusive क्या बात कर
we've
रहा है?
seen their playbooks. They've done a really good job this off
ये
time
तो
when
मुझे
they
भी नहीं
did
idea.
not qualify for Masters London. They managed to do a lot of really good work on their fundamentals, a lot of making sure they're studying and putting in the work to study and have these setups on these maps. And now 11 to 9.
Never appear.
Kind of a
Okay.
weird buy, mixed buy here
Damn.
on the side of Global Esports. 2 rifles. It's looking a little rough.
Let's see what they can come up with.
Okay.
Over towards the B side of the map.
Wow.
Fangir on the line, scanned out by the Horn and pushed away by the utility. That's a decent entry on in there for GE with a 1-for-1 onto GRQ. Kreo on the same
I'm
line.
again to support.
Spotted out there. The
तू
dark
आता है तो चला
color
जाता है, क्या कर रहा है?
vision as Patman gets this spike down. Oh no, it's missed heaven. There is a
एक जगह रुक
bit
जाओ,
of
you भी
a
भाई.
gaping gap in the smokes there for GE.
Oh
A
भाई.
little bit too
How could
quickly.
this?
Deep onto Fangir. He's lucky to be alive. I gotta be honest here. Yutatan not seen by the boombot, but will be by the Trailblazer as he tries to zone them away with the satchels. Still a 4-on-4 here. AG really struggling to break through on this retake until Kira finds an entry. Great reply from Patman. That gives him the nightfall.
Okay,
And I don't
Fangir
think
is
that
very
AG
low.
can complete this retake now.
नहीं कर सकती.
Shrim's the only player high on HP. That's a decent angle for him to take that pick, but still not good enough. One tap in reply for
Fangir
Patman,
is
and
hard
Fangir
नहीं.
will get an exit, but that's all. He'll have access to double digits now for GE.
10-11.
Fangir unable to get that first pick on B main once again. He struggled with that one angle throughout this game. And GE, they're really using that to their advantage, going really quick. I really want to see them do something similar, maybe on the A side with their gun buy, because it feels like every time they're on the Thrifty, they have a lot more confidence, or at least on the weird buy. And now going into this next round, I'm going to be interested to see what they change up here for All Gamers. Fangir, he's had success in A. He's had success towards mid. He's struggling a little bit just with that B main pick. When he falls back into sight, he manages to do a good job, but then the setup just falls apart. He's staying towards that B. They're worried they're going to do that again, but instead it's a really fast A split.
Kira
No.
opens it up well. Yutatan down early. Autumn looking to try to follow up on the fact that they've lost the opening pick, but Shrimp has got Kira covered. Healed up in the corner despite the fact that he's vulnerable for the snake bite, and it's just not comfortable enough. Autumn, I'm surprised he comes away with that one. The satchel was definitely making him uncomfortable. GRQ smoked off for the time being. GE forced to slow this one down.
Slowing it down, trying to see if there's any
43.
overextension here from the side of All Gamers. They're not going to give it to them, though. Fangir has full mid control. That Prowler is going to get Shrimp. Nothing too crazy. Falls. GRQ still has a Paranoia online. Patman really trying to get Shrimp to peek out of that corner. The re-clear, though, towards A Heaven is going to get delayed as Bai puts up his wall, uses that molly as well. The snake fight. So much time wasted here. All Gamers doing a good job of baiting.
They're well aware of where GE are. 30 seconds on the clock and you're going to go around
They have
the world
to.
to
They
beat.
have to.
I mean, they were just clearing out the flank, I guess. Both teams well aware of each other's movements here. Shrimps tucked into the back of the site. Bai with the jump spot will confirm GRQ. It's a little bit of a messy spray, but the Paranoia looks pretty good, and All Gamers peeking off the back of that. Series point for them.
Again, these setups from All Gamers are so clean. I really like to see it off the back of those first initial peaks. I really like that they hear that satchel going fast towards A Heaven, and immediately the answer, the cross Fire, Kira with that rocket, the setup as well with Shrimp, the healing through the snake bite, the satchel just to delay a little bit longer. No overextension here by Shrimp as well, enabling him to just delay for so long.
Did you notice my team always wins when I join
try to clear him out from sight, to try to bait
to support?
and it just didn't work.
No, I don't
and now
notice.
All of a sudden, this last potential round, low buy, weird buy,
जो लोग
force buy from Global Esports.
Yeah, they're shoving their way through the middle of the map.
भूल गया क्या बोलना था.
Yudutan is
अरे
one
वाह.
of the showstopper, but he's lost Patman in the
अरे
middle.
वाह.
The snake bite. Rockets
अरे
out now, but
वाह.
he's being plucked from the air. What a shot from Fangir. And he's hungry for more. Didn't hit that one onto Crystal. He's just sitting in the snake bite. But we'll choose to meet up with the rest of the boys. All gamers on the brink of closing this one out unless we get something outrageous from Autumn and Crystal here for Global Esports. He'll coming through.
Sorry,
just continuing to tap the spike, just
ये तो शायद foreshadowing हो गई. Sorry.
Gamers, but nothing's being given here. Autumn on the line, dealt with by Fangir. All down to Crystal in a 1-on-4. He cannot see a thing. Needs to pick up the spike here. It's a high-low on one side, and op on the other side. And it looks like he's walking in towards his death. All gamers holding the line, chipping down at him. It's a nice double, 25 seconds now. And Kira and Fangi are going to give Crystal some respect and some space to work with. If he could get the spike and get the plant down, then he will actually have a pit. And this is a very winnable 1-on-4. This could be one of the best ones you've seen in quite some time. I cannot believe that shot hasn't connected from Fangir. Jump spot in from Kira. Another fake plant. He's just peppering away at him. He has to commit to the plant now, and Kira will go on in, try to cancel it, and he'll be successful.
Bye bye bye. GG. Love you. मैं चलता हूँ. Bye.